So, funny little detail about this, guys. My weekend was so devoted to updating the Twitch page, I kind of forgot the last time we streamed this. And, well... Oh, is that not it? This one? Game capture? Hello? Maybe if I do that. Yeah, there it is. So, we're still back at the inn in Dali. Oops. Let me address some of the things I saw in the chat here before we reconcile with all the progress we lost last time. I'm glad everybody likes the new BRB screen. I spent a lot of time on that. Yes, I definitely believe that there should be more characters in that. The problem is I'm not that incredible at sprite animations yet. Like, I'd want to do it professionally. Like, even the problem with having that knight there is that you can tell he doesn't belong in that scene because you don't see, like, the light flickering off of his face. It's a little bit obvious that something is wrong there, that I kind of just cobbled it together with different GIFs. So I'd want to do it right. I'd want to... I've got so many GIFs that would work very well in that situation if I could edit them correctly. Like, I've got Squiggly, I think her name is, from Skullgirls. She has, like, her parasite, Leviathan, has stuck its tail in the ground, and it's, like, popped out and created a flame. Like, originally, it was gonna be her and the Dark Souls Knight just sitting in a forest somewhere, like, huddled around this flame. But then I started chewing on it a little bit. It's like, how can I update this even further? Like, let's have them in a dark forest at night. Let's have it be Squiggly and Shovel Knight. He's asleep in the corner. You've got the fish from Nuclear Throne just kind of strumming along on the guitar. It'd take a long time to make. Like... No, actually I wouldn't use the fish from Nuclear Throne because we've already got his music playing in the background. So we'd have Shovel Knight, Dark Souls guy, who I have listed in that layout as some poor sap. Quite fitting, I think. If you look in the background, you'd see Magus just kind of hanging out near one of the trees because, you know, everybody loves Chrono Trigger. Add someone from Queen's Plane. I've been hearing a lot about that series lately. Makes me feel like I should go watch it sometime, like all the way through, just every episode. Is that on Crunchyroll? I haven't checked that. Go with the fact that he doesn't belong, keep it as a joke. That's just going to be stuck in my head all day now. So, here's what we learned from last time we were here. Probably been hearing it from me. Maybe. People have different usernames in different places, so it's hard to keep track sometimes. That and I have a bad habit of not paying attention. What are your thoughts on Chrono Cross? It's one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Like, I understand the historical significance that Chrono Trigger has, but... I still like Cross a little more because that's the one I actually grew up with. That's the one that I have a lot of memories of that I played again and again and again. Not to mention it has one of the greatest soundtracks ever. Like, hands down, that is one of my favorites, if not my absolute favorite video game soundtrack, period. It's that damn good. The entire series is on Crunchyroll. Oh boy, here we go. I'll just leave that one to you, Ryza. God, should I add Chrono Cross as the next game we play as a follower goal? Shit, I kind of want to now, even though I love Odin's Sphere almost as much. Ooh, that's a hard one. TV tropes, ho! Hidden in the Truth does that a lot, too. Like, he loves that website. You could talk to him about that. I think it's one of the original series that also popularized the idea of a slime girl character. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't one of the first anime to actually use a character that could just morph into whatever shape they wanted? No. Think back to JoJo. Like, part 3 especially. What was his name? Oh, it's escaping me. If you play the fighting game that came out for PlayStation 1, he's disguising himself as one of the characters, uses Emerald Splash. Why am I blanking on every single thing related to this series right now? Get secondhand embarrassment from all the nudity. I mean, I'd look at it this way, like, fan service at this point is just, it's expected. Like, Japan has gotten so self-aware at this point about actually, uh-oh. Well, that's one of my characters dead. Looks like all 3 of them are using Chestnut right now. Ah, there we go. That, however you pronounce that. I'm not gonna lie, actually watching the anime itself, I've only gotten as far as the end of part 2. I haven't gotten to part 3, which you're all allowed to crucify me for, because that's apparently the fan favorite. Yeah, let's start curing people around here. Might be a good idea. You know, we could also just go to Trino. Like, progress with the story. There's not too much of a point to us grinding our lives away out here in the middle of nowhere, other than getting more abilities, setting ourselves up for success later on. Kekyoin. Okay. That's 2 levels up right there. Good stuff, guys, good stuff. Yellow Temperance is the stand you're thinking of. Part 3 is actually the most hated because of all the plot holes. Oh, Quez, right, you weren't around for that. I have bits now. And that, that glass is basically just my way of ensuring people will want to donate to me by using them. Because nobody wants to see that, right? Yeah, I just have the standard one for now. I want to try and find the other specialized ones that people have come up with. Like, apparently some people have created, like, a margarita glass. There's, like, a beer mug out there somewhere that I've seen a few people use. I want to toy around with it a little bit, see what I can come up with. Make it my own. I understand how Chestnut works now. Like, based on the situation we had before, running away is not the way to deal with these enemies. Like, thinking back on the situation I was in, I realize now that I probably should have just tried to fight him, because he was so damaged in the first place, one more hit would have probably taken him down. Let's see here. But Ryza, you don't understand. Does this add anything to the characters at all? Are we not in fact just demeaning these people? This has no plot significance. It's one of those things we're just bleeding characters at this point. Let me put it this way, Gecko. Like, that series gets very artsy with it. Like, it does things that are both shocking and hilarious in hindsight. Like, they try so hard to have it make sense in some situations. It's just... Never mind. It's one of those things I've accepted at this point. It's a love it or it's a give or take kind of thing. It's like you're either gonna love this kind of thing or you're not. I can sit here and try to convince you all day, but I go into anime these days knowing the fact that it's not gonna be everybody's thing. Like, you become let me put it this way, after watching Queen's Blade, you will never think anything is weird ever again. That's a cheer notification. I did not set up special ones because I didn't think it was actually going to happen yet. Holy shit, Shadowmancer, thank you. That is actually... Oh my god. That's the first bit donation. Thank you, man. I'm never gonna forget that happened. Holy crap, I can actually look at my... It's still fun, like even looking at my own layout, just seeing the gemstones there piling up. It's... Thank you, dude. Wow. We're already going above my expectations. Also, Colt Evil, welcome to the chat, man. How are you doing tonight? Glad you could join us. Let's heal up while we're here. You know, ignoring the fact that we just pumped everybody full of potions outside the door. So yeah, that's basically what it looks like when bits come in, everybody. It's... Now... Granted, this isn't something I'm going to be pushing too hard in the future because I need to pass $100 to even see a payout from this kind of thing. And every bit is about... I think I'll be getting about 1 cent. So... I realize at this point, it's one of those things, I appreciate having it, but... I treat it much like I treat ad revenue at this point. It's one of those things that it's nice to have. I think somebody posted actually in the Discord. It's like somebody... The video was that clip from Steven Universe. Hey, come on, man, give us the bits. Give us the bits. You know, I could have actual you could have actual fries too if you asked. Nah, just the bits, please. I think that was supposed to be commentary on sub buttons, which are coming eventually. Those will also be really cool, but for now, yeah. And I'm gonna stop talking about money now, I promise. Let's get back to this. I never know when it's weird, is the thing. I haven't done this long enough to have the self-awareness to realize, well, is it weird to be talking about this much money? Like, by downplaying this, does it make it seem like I don't care about the donation? Like, it's so hard to read that kind of thing sometimes. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of emotes. Shadowmancer! Oh my god! That's, what, 36? Holy cow, that's just a smorgasbord of everything. Thank you, man. Well, Wario's covered up. We've got a neat little collection of emotes here. Why don't we summon somebody to help keep that cleaned up, right? Gotta make sure those jewels are polished for when they eventually end up in my bank account. If you're more interested in the plot of Queen's Blade, then you should read the manga. Okay. Where would I find that, though? Was that ever translated to English? I mean, the show was given subtitles, but... The chug? Oh, wait a second. Are we actually having performance problems? Let me check this. We're at 43.6%? Why, I wonder? I've closed out everything. Maybe if I turn off the other GIF? Because Wario's done now. Like, we won't be able to see him anymore. Maybe that'll fix it. If it becomes too much of a problem, we just won't grind anymore. We'll go straight into Trino. I at least want to become somewhat powerful before we go there, because there is one big fight. It's weird, because this game has been so agreeable. Like, the PlayStation emulator doesn't require that many resources to run, usually. Maybe it's just stuff left over in the RAM from Little Nightmares? The game's gone and it's still causing problems. It's only when emotes appear, really. Okay. Ah, because it has to calculate the physics of them and everything. Got it. They translate about everything. PS. Wow. You'll have to give me the link to that sometimes. In a private message, preferably, so I don't have to dig through chat after the show's over. I think we need to equip new equipment on everybody now. Like, I at least want to get everybody to the best gear they can possibly have before we go into town. Like, get those abilities out of the way so that we can make our way downtown, walking fast. Yeah, everybody mark off your bingo cards. There's the reference to that song for the night. That joke will never stop being funny. For those of you who don't know why the System 32 joke keeps getting thrown around, that is the core file of your computer. Like, you know how in Neo, you have that one chip that's equipped to you automatically? It's your OS, and if you unequip it, you die? Same kind of thing. If you delete System 32, your computer will be trashed. Like, it will be completely unusable at that point. And no, that's not covered by insurance of any kind. Is the stream tanking? I thought it was just my internet being bad. No, that's physics happening. But only when physics are happening. I mean, I'm not going to... No, not Neo. Nier. What am I saying? It's sitting there in the corner of my room, and I have it up on eBay right now. Nobody will buy it. So I should throw more bits at FNU, right? I mean, for the sake of... You don't have to. Like, again, going back to that, like, it's... I would appreciate it, but if you would like to hold on to those for somebody else, which is understandable, go right ahead, man. There we go, that's that. Do I have a better hat anywhere? I don't think so. No better those. I don't think I... Let's equip Jelly on her. No. Jelly's really useful, and I don't know if we'll be able to successfully grind it out after this because she'll be super weak. Upsides and downsides to everything, man. There we go. Holy crap, man. How many is that? Still the highest one is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... let's just put it this way. I can't count them all. Thanks for the bits, man. It's a lot. Aw, gosh, guys. Thanks. Also, because I learned lessons, now we're going to save after upgrading everybody's equipment there. God, I need a better rig so that it can handle this kind of thing. Although, just to show you how far we've come with technology, the fact that the overlay is eating up more processing power than the game we're playing shows you just how far we've come. Like, the fact that calculating a few physics is costing me more than this in... Oh! I wasn't expecting to come across this guy! Pop quiz! Question number 1. I Want to Be Your Canary was written by Lord Affin. Oh boy. Oh! That's a new follower notification. Give me a second to figure this out. Who was this written by? I think that's true? Uh-oh. Well, so much for that. And he just leaves. Just kicks one of my party members out of the battle. I wonder if I reset, that guy will come back. Hold on a moment. Let me open up Hotmail so that I can read who that was. Come on, open the mailbox already. Computer can't be any more screwed up than it already is. Oh dear. Swag was CH Bear? What? Wait a second. Swag Wash. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Either way, thank you very much for the follow, man. And I apologize in advance. You really want the rewards that guy gives you. I mean, it's highly doubtful he's going to show up again the instant after I come back, and even then, he's probably going to ask a different question, but still. One reset might actually be worth trying this again, simply because it'll speed things up significantly. Google! Hold on a second. Gonna work on something with this. Going to work on something with this in a background. Yeah, a lot of people do that. I've heard a lot of people say I have a very good radio voice, and I don't think I've ever had somebody tell me that my voice would be useful for something like ASMR purposes, or I do get a lot of people saying that it's very good to just have in the background, and hey, I will say now what I always say, which is I'm just... Why were you laughing? I thought you were basically just saying, no, Google it! It's like there's an easy solution to this problem that you're not considering. As usual, this should not be a surprise to anybody. Just waiting for payback to start? Payback for what? Payback in terms of, like, me getting paid back in terms of all of the physics, or the game paying me back for cheating like that? Sorry, I'm kinda dense. You have to give me some room to figure things out sometimes. You know what's a thing that catches me off guard? When I started plugging in Final Fantasy as the game that we're playing tonight, apparently there were a lot of people watching it. Like, I've seen that a couple times. I wonder who's actually bringing all of the viewers right now. It's kind of amazing that this is that a lot of people still find this game worth watching, even years later. I like to believe that essentially it's just because a lot of people believe the same way I do, which is just, it's a great game. It's a fantastic RPG. Oh boy, here we go. All three of them are gonna use Chestnut. It's the pause in between each attack that kills me every time. Because it's like, oh, maybe one of my guys will get a turn in the meantime and I'll actually be able to nope. Almost every week and there's a new poll you can enter. My posts are getting eaten by other people. Well, let me go back and try to read it. What happened on the 26th? Oh, on the 27th. Missed you that day. 27th. What did happen on that day? Other problem with me, I have a bit of a bad memory. 27, what stream was that supposed to be? Oh, wait a second, was that the last Final Fantasy IX stream? Yeah, essentially what happened there is we got obliterated by one of these enemies. Like, they were just spamming Chestnut over and over again while we were trying to run. And yeah, that... hence why we've got to grind everything back up again. Be back here on the 6th of June. You're scheduled to stream that day, but never changed it? Ah. Are these guys... Is this gonna happen again? Nope. Doing alright for ourselves, at least. Ah. Oh, shoot, man. I should have been streaming that day. Sorry about that. I missed a prime opportunity to do some easy fan service. Monster Hunter forever. God, I wish I could do a Monster Hunter streams. Again, that's why that's part of why I was so ready to start up an entire voice channel in the Discord devoted specifically to that game, because someday it's gonna happen. Someday, I'm gonna get enough money in the bank to be able to buy a 3DS capture card, and then we're gonna have some fun. There are so many streams I want to do with you guys, so many different things I want to do with the audience. Like Monster Hunter streams, that's a big one. I also want to do some... Another one that would be really great is one that I've actually been talking about on the Discord right now. Is there anybody out there who owns Stardew Valley? If so, go to the Discord, and we're currently talking about starting to do things with the multiplayer mod in that game, like setting up schedules for who can join me on what days. Like, we'll do it once a week, people will jump in, we'll build a town together, it'll be great. Get Monster Hunter XX if it comes out in over here? Definitely. Definitely. If you don't do fan service, you don't get the bits. I'm sorry, Twitch won't let me do that. Well... Jeez, what's the most pandering thing I can possibly think of right now? What is it? I wish I knew the sign language symbols for R, T, and G's now so that I could just make this joke even more blatant. Monster Hunter veteran since 2006? Yeah. Definitely will get Double X if it comes out. Oh, dude, like, I know the system... I don't know how long it's gonna be till Nintendo... Is the 3DS gonna go away now? Like, is that thing due for an upgrade now? Because it's been around. It's been around for a while, but the Switch just happened, and it's kind of the same thing? So, I don't know if people are still gonna be, if that system is still gonna be supported by a lot of developers, if people are moving on right now, or what's happening with that, like what the company mentality for that system is. New 3DS, yeah, I've got one of those. Which is great, because I could just send in that system, get it upgraded with a new card and everything. I don't take it anywhere or anything like that. Oh, we actually, right. Forgot about that, because we didn't get to steal that off Beatrix, because she killed us too quickly. Got mithril gloves, though. Can't take that away from me. Switch is only replacing the Wii U. Alright. 3DS is going to keep being supported. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Might actually be a worthwhile investment for more than one reason, then, because then I can start doing reviews for that system as well. Is that everybody? Nobody else has any upgrades they can do right now? I think so. Save. Maybe I'm just... I'm paranoid about it now. It's got me thinking, alright, this time for sure, and then we're never even gonna have a problem with it. But hey, better to tempt fate in the good way. I'd rather do this than spend another hour getting back to this point again. Just play Senran Kagura Shinobi Versus. But I sold, well, I sold my copy of that game, but I do have Bikini Zombie Slayers lying around somewhere. Both versions, both 360 and the Wii. Yeah, we know the answer to this one now. That would be false. Good sir. As far as you know, I got that right on the first try. Yay! We're robbing bastards! We've gotten 100% of our questions correct. You're on a roll, man! 1,000 gil. Not so bad. Video game time fuckery. Well, this isn't Undertale. I can get away with it. I like the Wii U, but it did fail as a product and a system. Wii U had such cool ideas, like Splatoon especially, being able to use that motion controller just to subtly aim where you wanted to fire. Like, that was mouse-like control on a home console. Like, that's the dream right there. That's what you gotta go for, and I'm surprised more developers didn't realize that. Like, that system could have had such a gigantic market for first-person shooters and other games that required that level of pinpoint precision. But alas. Yeah. I love that system too. Can we actually run away if everybody's alive? I wonder. I don't really feel like dealing with these guys right now. Like, this battle is always just kind of a slog to get through. Fine, I'll deal with them. Jeez, man. Yeah, Wii U's got some great games on it. God, Nintendo Land was good. Super Mario 3D World, I'm kind of a special case with that game. Because I used to play that with my little sister a long time ago. We almost beat that entire game together. We almost 100%'ed it. We got all the way up to Champions Road, and I basically rage quit out of that level and punched a hole in my door. You think I'm kidding, but no. That's how mad that level made me. Oh, this is unfortunate. Yeah, this is a bad situation we're in right now. Gonna bring him back from the dead. If you could fight one of the Queen's Blade characters, who would you fight and which weapon would you bring? Only medieval and Monster Hunter-like weapons allowed. Ooh. Uh-huh. Now you've got me. Now you've posed a creative challenge, and I can't avoid that. I would fight... Oh, what's her name? The Pirate Lord. The... Blessed be her name. Who is she? I would fight her, and my weapon would be Charisma. So, you've challenged me we've met at last, but you've made a grave tactical error. You've challenged me where I'm my most powerful. In the bedroom. That's right, baby. Let's battle. There's your fan service, goddammit. Let's see here, Whatthefnu. Huh. You can use each Joy-Con separately. Oh yeah! I've seen a lot of people playing that recently. Seen a lot of people playing the new version of Mario Kart 8, which I'm really happy about. Like, you'd think I'd be... You'd think I'd be very cynical and jaded about this kind of thing, but no, Mario Kart 8's a great game. I won't personally pick it up for the Switch because I still own the Wii U version. That's another great game for that system, by the way, along with all the DLC. But yeah, I'm so happy that game is taking off again in a new way. First issue with making the Wii U a shooter system. Nintendo. Alright, I forgot that little detail. Fair enough. Is anybody in that series interested in men? Like, let's just be straight up about this. Like, they've kind of got their own problems to deal with at this point in time. One way or another, they're a little too preoccupied for a relationship at this moment in history. Cringe. Well, that and the fact that I lifted that line straight from Star Wrecked, I think it was called. I am totally out of MP. But are we close enough right now? Is this the point where we could just tap out of the grinding? Nowhere near learning jelly, but I think it is. Not interested in a serious relationship. Fair enough. Geez, I'm not even sure I'd... Again, it's been a while. I think I've forgotten how everybody fights altogether. Had to get in one more battle before we actually reach the gates. Star Wrecked is fantastic, by the way. Just that whole sequence while they're on the bridge and they're confronting the monster. Like, I think I agree with the guys who held that contest in the first place, Team 4-Star. That episode, it feels like something like Aqua Teen Hunger Force or C-Lab 2020. Something that was actually made for TV because it's that damn good. Have you been stealing a lot, Fnu? It's called a reference, God! I didn't do anything wrong. C-Lab 2020. Oh, my mistake. I forgot the extra one. One of my favorite regions in this entire game. Trino, City of Nobles. We need to find out which noble has the super soft. There aren't many nobles living here. Nights are long. It's a great place for thieves. People like you turn this city into a slum. Let's steal the super soft and get this over with. Steal? How dare you? You think I'd let you commit a crime before my very eyes? How else would you get the super soft? Quiet! I will not allow such disgraceful behavior. Never asked for you to come along. Quit complaining. Don't you talk back to me. First of all... Uh-oh. Do not interrupt me while I'm talking. Look behind you. What? Princess, I urge you not to... Princess? No, not again. Never have I dealt with such hardship during my 18 years of service. This is all because of you and your scoundrel... Gone. An Alexandrian knight must not let such a frivolous matter get to him. I must find the princess. Trina, tradition, or ambition? How about ambition? Listen carefully, Mario. The city used to be called the City of Nobles. It's a lie. Nobles pushed us around, right, sis? That's right. They hogged all the waterfront property and forced us to go up into the hills. Exploited us to make their money, right, sis? Right, but we can't just sit here and complain or we'll end up spending the rest of our lives in this miserable place. Power to the people, right, sis? That's right, power to the people. We'll never go hungry once we become nobles. Follow me, Mario. Lofty ambitions at the very least. What's this world coming to? Lofty in big air quotes. Does Dork ever change? It'd be great if he didn't, but does he? Kind of. There's one specific thing that happens to him that kind of shows how good of a character he really is, but that's not going to be for a while. I think that's not until Disc 3. What are you doing here, Sir Knight? Excuse me, I'm not... Do I look like a green and white Pokemon to you that can use psychic powers? I don't think so. Also, wrong franchise, Fnu. How do you like the scenery? Isn't it beautiful? It looks splendid, but isn't it dangerous around here? I'll protect you. Will you now? Please don't interrupt our date. If you insist. Just completely silent gate guards. I didn't see nothing. Alright? Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Uh-oh. It says I'm offline right now. Am I? Wait. It said I wasn't on for a second. That was weird. But OBS says I'm okay. Still been live for about an hour and 6 minutes. Is the dashboard lying to me? Holy shit, Twitch, you scared the hell out of me for a second. Whew. Hey there, is everything okay? What the heck are you talking about? Hey, it's you. Where have you been, Marcus? You know, around. The man's waiting for you. You're late. A lot happened. I'm kinda tired. No excuses. You're ready to go. You found it? You found the Super Soft? Yeah, in a noble's mansion. You'll go by boat and break in tonight. Leave it to me. I'm the one who will save our bro. Yeah, it's just that you've got 2 liabilities coming along. He knows. I've got people who know people. You can't put one past me. I mean, I'm right next to where those guys are at the moment. 1 gill! Awesome! Got a wide selection. Take your time and see. Do you now? A lot of healing items. Never hurts to have extras, though. I mean, considering the money I've got. Potato computer at it again. There's gotta be an easier way to make a quick buck. See, they put the question mark at the end there. It's weird because in that context, you're actually reading the... Darn, it's empty. Oh? Was I not supposed to open that? Oh, I totally forgot about that. Our houses need repair constantly, not like the nobles' houses. Bit of a caste system going on in this town. Also, Taurus. Yeah, this is the town where we can finally start using these items. Yeah, we've got Aries, Taurus, Cancer, and Scorpio now. What is the plot of this game up to this point? Because of the territory. Basically, Princess ran away from her kingdom because she has the feeling that some bad dealings are going on. There's been a queen, what we've learned so far is her mother, she was right. Her mother's been running around with a whole bunch of artificial soldiers, black mages in this case, trying to start brand new wars, and we're caught up in the middle of it. Costs 100 gil to rest here, and buzz off. Fine then, I just wanted to have a nice conversation. Whatever, dude. Wanted, 10,000 gil reward to whoever catches him. Oh, I never noticed that before. Hee hee hee, I know who that is. This guy stole a ton of money from some noble's mansion in Trino. He's my hero. I want to be famous like him. When will we meet Kuja? Well, gotta bite my tongue for people who haven't played this game before. Bearded man with glasses and some guy went down the staircase. But I can't let you go through without my boss's permission. Sorry. I mean, at least she's being upfront about it. Character trait honesty, but rolled a 0 on charisma. That's how bad you did it, okay? You... Not even a 1, not even a nat 1. You rolled it and the die turned to dust. That's actually a house rule where I'm at right now. Like, the idea of, like, I've heard stories of dies breaking before. And at that point, just give the guy a crit. Okay? Just do it. Like, because the way I see it is, if you roll the die so hardcore that it splits in twain, that's a critical. This must be an auction house. Maybe I can find the super soft here. Uh-oh. Well, there's your answer, Ryza. Nobody's living a life of luxury by the sea, while I'm drunk living on the streets. Life stinks. What am I doing? I've got an actual drink here. Life. Don't worry, it's just water, as far as you know. Kapow! We're really good friends, Mogridge says. Why do you sound defensive? What were you two doing in that tower? Letter from Stiltskin. Let's read it together. There's trouble in this rainy city. The guys I saw there were heading towards Voob Desert, west of Bermesia. They'll only find sandstorms. What could they possibly want? I'm gonna follow them and see. Voob Desert is so far away. Stiltskin is amazing, Kapow. Yeah, it's just fun to say, isn't it, Quez? I ask this question periodically, but what are some of your guys' favorite words, I wonder? Splits in twain is more of a phrase. Copious, idiom, belligerent, that's a fun one of mine. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that one before. What do we got? Oh, you're just answering his question. Used to gamble up a storm at the card stadium when I was young. Card stadium? Oh, now we're talking. I remember this place. So, who here remembers Final Fantasy VII's arena? Ooh, I don't know if I'm ready to take that thing on yet. I mean, Steiner's a beast, don't get me wrong, but... Ooh, I at least want to get some better equipment before we try that. And that's why they put the Moogle outside of that particular location, I think. Why'd you have to pay 5,000 gil to buy a piece of junk like that? It's not junk. This is the King family auction site. Very well, then. Just found a small fortune lying outside of this place. Aren't nobles fantastic? Princess! Oh, thank goodness I found you. I was worried. How can I find the super soft when I keep having to listen to your complaints? Such harsh words. I don't think it's here anyway. Where's Marcus? I do not know. Maybe Marcus found it already. Are you coming? I'm going with or without you. I shall follow you, Princess. Damn. I've seen him before. That man. Alright, now we've got 2 people to work with at least. Why don't we spend a little time in the auction house, though? If I remember correctly, even at this point in the game. The acclaimed fairy earrings, a rare item, acclaimed reflect ring, a mini Sid, 1,200, 1,400, 1,800, 1,900, 2,000, 2021, 22. How much do we have? We've got 56,000 to work with. Here's the problem. Oh, Another donation! More bits. Sorry. Donation is a totally different thing. Thanks, Shadowmancer. God, man. You're gonna make me blush up here. I'm just starting to feel bad now. 2,400. I gotta be careful with these auctions, by the way, because if we ever witness them get sold, and I don't buy them... Yeah! Mine! I think that's just a key item, though, is the thing. Mini Sid. Yeah, here we go. No, that's Mini Burmecia. Most coveted piece of famous triptych. You'll never see a rarer item. The auctioneer. May this flesh turn into clay. May this blood turn into water. God of Chaos, trap this soul forever in this form. Runes on a figure. I think I know what that's referencing. I think I know. Argle Bargle. Sequipedalian. That's another good one. Locacious. Ooh, I forgot all about that one, Gecko. Yeah, if we ever see somebody else buy one of these rare items, we'll never get another chance at it. Here we go, fairy earrings. I think this is a pretty good accessory, too. But of course, because it's so good, the price is just gonna keep bumping up. And up. How about 52? Ugh. Ugh. Come on, guys. The adventuring gig doesn't pay that well. I'm gonna wait for them to wear themselves out, and then I'll swoop in at the last moment. I'll let them duke it out, and then I'll join right at the last moment. Make them think I'm out. I don't have any dogs in this fight. Sniped. Sold! Now she's got an accessory, finally. Oh, dude! Level up and body temperature! Two of the best abilities you could possibly have! Oh, that's a good buy! Oh, man, all the money's worth it now. Okay, so level up is... That's self-explanatory. Characters level up faster, which is already good. However, body temperature solves a big problem in this game. Prevents freeze and heat, which if you've never played Final Fantasy IX before, like I've mentioned this in a previous episode, are some of the worst status effects in the entire series. They're bullshit. They are complete and total bullshit. You can't even do anything about them. You can't even heal them. That's the worst part. It's like heat. You die the second you take any action, but you can't panacea it. You can't use anything to get rid of them. It's just, yeah, body temperature is great. I'm glad I have that now, and I'm glad I can give that ability to other characters because that's an accessory. Just heard 9,000 gil. Where's nobles in fiction? Ooh. 11,700. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Any more? Last second. That strategy's working out really well for me so far. A reflect ring. Is that another key item? I think it is, yeah. The body may perish, but the spirit lives on. Words on the mirror. Might as well have these, right? Like, more key items get added later, but we've got the money to buy them, and we're not going to use this gil for anything else. Like, let's be honest about that. A reflect ring, which is also really good. That spell can be useful. Just come in and buy every single thing they have. Ugh, this is actually starting to get kind of expensive. Does it react to how many items you buy, I wonder? Any more? Boink. And I'm gonna get out of here before anybody starts looking at me funny. We will take a short break. I love it. Auto reflect and reflect. Yup. Yup. Reflect ring only sold once. So how was Fire Festival, Fnu? DashCon for the rich. I think I made that same joke on my Twitter. What is Oh, Gecko. Oh, you poor innocent soul. Okay, so a long time ago, Tumblr decided to hold a convention. I'll just let that linger there for a second. Whatever you can possibly think of about how that turned out, it was even worse than that. 2 words. Ball pit. God, that's an event unto itself. I highly suggest you look that up. I think one of the best guys to cover that whole event was, he goes by the Internet Historian on YouTube. He did a great video on that whole thing. Again, I want to hunt down the equipment shop in this place before I start pestering that griffin down there. So let's go do that. Let's go buy the important stuff. We've got all the great accessories from the auction house. See, that's why you grind, everybody. You have money for that kind of thing. This card game stadium is a gathering place for nobles. Do you want to know about the rules? Not right now. We already know them. Dad, don't. Mom doesn't like it when you gamble. I'm gonna win today and get you a new card. The ball pit was at Fire Festival. Was it actually? Was it actually? Buy some before you enter the stadium. I'm good. I think this is just here because of something that happens in the story later. Like, they actually do make you participate in this tournament at a certain point. But I don't want any of those because I've shown due diligence and I actually have a decent collection already. Too bad you can't sell a lot of these cards. What are the bad ones we've got right now? That's pretty much useless. It's only 2 directions and no numbers. That's 4 arrows, which is better. That's no numbers and only 3. Yeah, we'll slowly sift through these and get to a... Ooh. Yeah, that's good coverage all around. I gotta remember I have that. So excited about a children's card game. My voice gives me inner strength. But why? Really shouldn't be a part of the internet. Yeah, you should, because you never would have... I was about to say something that sounded... I stopped myself because it sounded really egotistical and dickish. It's like, well, then you never would have found me, and clearly your life would have been worse off without that. I give the same excuse for it that I do with a lot of people. The internet can have its moments. Like, yeah, a lot of bad stuff comes up because of it, but considering the affordances it offers us as a society, there's no other way I'd have it. How do you like it here? Is it nice? It's beautiful. I'll come back with someone else. Check, please. We're open to members only. How do you become a member? Okay, but are you gonna sell me a membership? Because this is the place where all my problems can be solved with money, yes? I think this is one of the places I might be looking for. Ah, big old collection of birds down there. Posh canaries in their suits. Bishop, the master of this mansion, likes to fund scholastic research. Also runs a synthesis shop and rents out a nearby tower to a researcher. Rich people do strange things. Some of the Queen's Blade weapons and armor were in Monster Hunter Double Cross. Why don't you tell Capcom about that? Maybe we can get a crossover deal going. Well, here's the question. What would the men wear in that situ... Do it. Do it! for the... the internet battle cry, for the lulz! Fit right in if you think about it. Probably my favorite content creator. Aww. Aw, thanks, love. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. 3 new items we can get here. Chashusha. If we had a Magus hat, coral ring, and a gold choker. God, so many accessories. What's this right here? Picture. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna retweet that as soon as I'm done with this stream. That needs to be shared with everybody I know. Well, we don't need the rubber helm for anybody anymore. We can get rid of that if I had a Magus hat. Linen Curious. I mean, I've already earned my ability for that. Coral Ring, of course. Ooh, but that's the lightning staff. How many of those do I have? I don't think Vivi has actually mastered that yet. Ooh, yeah. Unless I can buy a second one of those, I'm not sure. What else do I need? I need a Magus hat and another lightning staff and another linen curious if we can't find better armor here. Yeah, Magus hat, lightning staff, linen. Magus, lightning, linen. Magus, lightning, linen. Okay, it's a long way between the two shops. That's why I'm making double sure I remember this. Ah, here we go. This is the place. I've been building this up and building this up and building this up, but one of the... You brought Stelazio for Queen Stella? Better not be a fake. That bird lady can tell right away. She didn't fall for my cheap imitation Stelazio. Yeah, but we've got the real ones. We've actually been traveling the world. We've been finding the good stuff. 4 of them, as a matter of fact. I don't remember if you should hold on to all of them until you have a full collection, though, is the problem. Please bring the Stelazio to the Queen when you find them. The Queen will reward you with a gift when you do. I'm collecting star-shaped coins called Stelazio. Oh, you have the Scorpio. Give it to me in return for a reward. Will you give me your Scorpio? Of course. You are most kind. Now give it to me. There's that. Oh, I never realized this. When I was a kid, I had no idea why she quacks. I had no idea they meant bird lady literally. I mean, this is a world with a bunch of other animal characters, so I can't believe I never made the connection before. You may take the reward from my servant. Is this just Scrooge McDuck's wife? Like, is this what happened to her? She fell out of this dimension and ended up in Trino? An alternate let me make sure I actually read these before I give them away to her. Yeah, it's out of my inventory now. So Taurus is the new one. Taurus had an idea. He would give Virgo a gift. Through the forest and over the mountain, he found a star. DuckTales, woo. You have the Cancer. Give it to me in return for a reward. 1,000 Gil is one of them. I remember her giving some really good items eventually if you get enough of these coins. That's a Phoenix Pinion. We had plenty of those already. Give it to me. There's Taurus. 2,000 gil. You have the Aries. Will you give me your Aries? Oh, you are most kind. Now give it to me. Sorry if that peaked the mic for everybody. Again, I'm trying to listen to the game, so my headphones can either be plugged into the computer or into the mic, so I can't tell when I'm peaking the audio waves or anything. Ooh. Yeah, Gecko, that phrase will never stop being funny. Well, funny in a morbid sense. When's the Yu-Gi-Oh stream? Interesting question. I mean, if you guys want it, I'll do it. Like, I haven't played the game in years. I have no idea what the meta looks like at this point. I've said, yeah, I think we've had this conversation before. Somebody else brought this up. Well, I guess that's proof enough right there. Maybe I'll look into how to do it. I mean, I do miss that kind of thing. Like, I think I said this way back when I first moved in with Tuna and K-Ray, is I love being able to do those kinds of things with people now. Like, build up decks, create, play Magic, do tabletop stuff, you know, actually do some of these things that I've always wanted to but never had other people to play with. Tower's always closed. Something fishy's going on. Curiouser and curiouser. Mithril dagger. It's locked. I think you figure out how to get up there eventually. Gotta go. Alright. See you later, Gecko. Thanks for coming, man. Huh. Oh, dude. Oh, man. I've actually still got my binder of cards somewhere. I think it's in my closet, actually. I could tell you some of the cards I've got. There was one Christmas, I remember specifically. I saw this in the anime, and I immediately went... It wasn't Pojo, I'm not that old. I immediately went onto my dedicated card hunting website because I thought it was the coolest thing ever. It was the Black Luster Knight riding on top of the back of the triple-headed version of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and it was like 5,000 attack, 5,000 defense. I'm like, this is clearly the best card that has ever existed in the game. I have got to get this even though it's only Japanese. As it turns out, this was before I understood what the word competitive meant in the context of a card game. Alright, I think everybody... Give you a bit more defense. Got a hell of a lot more attack than we had before. YGO Pro. I'll write that down somewhere. Give me a second. Open up a random Word document so that I have that for later. Open. Thank you. YGO Pro. Sorry if my head disappeared out of the frame for a moment. There we are. Alright. Let's get our ass kicked by this monster down here. I'm fairly certain we aren't ready for this. Again. Buy, sell. Daggers, spears. Do we have a... No, we do have a mithril spear. Got the air racket. Flame, ice, lightning. We don't have a flame staff yet. The ice one is equipped to Vivi right now. So we'll buy that for later. We've got a needle fork. Ooh. Gonna need 5 of those, I think, just so everybody has all their bases covered. 3 of those. 4 bandanas. I'm compensating for the other party. You have to understand here. Chain plate? Only one person can use that, actually. Chainmail, of course. If I can replace it with something better, then we won't have to throw it away. That's pretty much all the money we had built up to this point, by the way. More HP. That'll definitely be useful. Bird killer. Yeah, bird killer. If we kill it fast enough, we won't have to worry about taking extra damage anyway. What do we got in terms of new abilities here? Yeah, bandana's just a straight up upgrade all around. Plus, it gives us Insomniac. Bone wrist. Conrobe is the best we've got. What do you got in terms of accessories? Oh, you still need to learn add status. Otherwise, I'd give you the reflect ring here. What does distract do? Hold on a moment. Lowers enemies' physical attack accuracy. That's an interesting one. Look at that, by the way. Look at that. Auto reflect 15 of those jewels. Oh boy. That's a big ask. Even in the late game, that's kind of a big ask. We'll worry about that. Caught my arm on my headphones for a second. Make sure they're still plugged in and okay. I gotta be careful. I've ruined a pair of headphones in the past doing that. I mean, I completely understand why they did that. Like, if somebody was just throwing around a completely free version of something that you were selling for money, essentially, which is, well, no, because pretend your Zixi still exists, and the guys who are behind Cards Against Humanity never took action against that, I don't think. Is this another one we're gonna chalk up to Japanese companies? What's that monster down there? Master of the Night family who owns this building keeps that monster as a pet. He likes to see people challenge it and get beat up. I want to fight that monster. Are you sure? Can't guarantee your safety. Who will fight the monster? Oh! We actually have to choose only one person. Let me... Oof. No. I need that equipped, thank you. Abilities. Right, well... What did we lose in that? Yeah, we lost level up. Gutter Hero! Hey, welcome to the chat, man. Haven't been one of these in a while. Hey, I'm glad you could show up tonight. I'm glad anybody, period, thinks my streams are worthwhile. Let's put it that way. I don't think this thing uses poison, so we can get away with using HP plus 10%. There we go. Alright. I think it actually is game over, which is why I'm being so cautious about this. Building up my characters as much as I can. That's another reason I grind, I remember now. Because I wanted to fight this thing. Because there's so many things. There are so many things in this place that you need a lot of money for. Plus, you gotta fight this thing if you want a special reward. I want to fight that monster. Let's send Dork in. That Gator Hero guy from a few weeks ago. Yeah, I remember that conversation now that you pointed out. Should remember that. I will commit that to memory right now. Gutter Hero equals Gator Hero. And how much is this thing just gonna absolutely murder me? Not too badly, actually. Oh, the Blood Sword actually makes this easy! Because every attack I do heals me for the same damage! I think this is how I pulled this off back in the day, too. If you stay on top of the Stelazio coins, you can actually do this. Because it can't kill you fast enough. it doesn't do enough damage to kill you in one hit, so you'll just always fully heal with every attack you do. And of course, it has White Wind, so it'll just heal itself too. Alright, that's an ability that Cuna can learn off of those enemies. Tails series. Yeah, 1v1 battles. One in particular I can think of that happens way later. You know what I'm referencing. Dual swords versus one sword, that whole conversation. Wow, I can't believe it. Here's your prize. A Tonberry card. Neat. Oh, dude. I don't think we had that one. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that thing's not the greatest thing in the world, but hey, it's mine now. Yeah, there you go, Colt. Think Star Wars if you need more of a hint. Oh, that too. Yes, that's also a good one. Yeah. Oh, I was thinking just specifically of Symphonia, but yes, that. Yes. A lot of other people in the chat are going, what are you guys talking about? I want to be part of the conversation too. God, those are also games I should add to the list. Ooh. Point, by the way, for those of you who are wondering what streams are going to be in the future, I have created a list of them like a month in advance. Like if you look below, you can find a link to a Word document that will actually cover plenty of... Wait a second. Where? Oh, hang on a second. Let's throw in 10 kill. You feel happier. Sure. A little more. And one more just for the sake of it. I wonder if there's... I seem to remember something special associated with that fountain. Girls shouldn't be walking alone at night. No, I know. I know. Tales of the Abyss, Colt. Are you planning on getting a Switch? When Splatoon 2 happens. That's been my plan for a while now. I wasn't going to buy it at launch because there was nothing I was particularly interested in owning, but that game changes things for me. Like, that's finally the point, because it's Splatoon 2 happens, and then soon after that, we're going to get Fire Emblem Warriors, which, just the announcement of that alone is... had me foaming at the mouth in anticipation. God, I want that game. I was talking about it earlier, but yeah, Splatoon Base was one of the best games on the Wii U. If not just a little threadbare in terms of content right at the beginning. They fixed that, though, right quick. Alright. Time to progress the story, I think. We're ready to retrieve the Super Soft. Good. At last we can save Blank. When do we leave? We can leave right away. So you're coming along, huh? Are you ready? Not yet. Sure, but make it quick. This is the point of no return. It's gonna be a long, long time before we are able to control Garbage and Dork again. So, just for anybody else who's playing this game, know that if you want to grind up these characters, if you want to get new abilities, if you want to be crazy like me and you want to get Garnet up to the point where she can actually use her summons this early on, before the next big plot twist happens, do it now. Henry for Fire Emblem Warriors. Dude, the Black Knight for Fire Emblem Warriors. Like, how did he not win? How did he not win the character poll they did for Fire Emblem Heroes? Boss is waiting at the dock. Boss? You mean... Yep. There's only one man we call boss. Self-defense tip. Kick anybody in the groin when they attack you. Gender doesn't matter and it will hurt. I mean, if they've got a gun pointed at you, I could teach you the technique for that. I should probably be playing the game. Princess, please wait! It may be a trap. You cannot trust criminals. Think of the consequences. You're a princess. Oh, if the queen hears about this. Is there a way to... I don't think there's any extra loot we can get here. Princess, do you know that breaking and entering is a crime? I need to make sure you don't steal anything else. Let's go. Damn it! I am coming along. It's my duty to protect the princess from bad influence. Do whatever you want. Always talking about your duty. Ain't you got any thoughts of your own? Don't you talk back to me! I'm escorting the princess. I thought you might have changed after traveling with Sean, but... You ain't changed. Do you even know why you're here? What do you mean? Let's just go, okay? He'll realize it. He'll figure it out eventually. You just gotta give him enough time. Oop, that's the wrong tab to pull up. I actually need to close that out. Save that for later. Love Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Although I suggest giving it a rent and seeing what you think before buying it. I love Mario Kart 8. Like, it's one of my favorite games on the Wii U. Like, that's probably my favorite game in the whole series, and I already love that series a whole hell of a lot. How was Bermucia? Not bad. Better if I didn't have to see those vermin and the ugly elephant lady. They offend my senses. You must be tired. Well, it's not over yet. The rest of the vermin must be done away with. Will you be heading to Clara, then? Yes. I trust you will deliver them. Certainly. I shall prepare now. By the way, did you see a pretty lady in the crowd today? A pretty lady? Shall I arrange a meeting? There's no need. The canary I've been after. She flew into my cage of her own free will. Huh? Never would I have imagined running into you in a place like this. It must be fate. But you cannot rest your wings yet. Fly home to your mother, my little canary. I, too, will welcome you home with open arms. Oh boy. Again, going back to me being a little dense. When I was a kid, that never quite clicked what he was talking about there. What in the world am I doing? I'm assisting thieves in committing a crime. No, I must be patient. Protect the princess. Oh, this is Dork talking. Protect the princess. Escort her back to the castle. Focus on your duties. Trust the queen. She would never commit an atrocity. There must be a good reason. No thoughts of my own? Nonsense. Hey! Shadowmancer 2. Aw, thanks for coming, man, and thanks for the bits tonight. I appreciate it, man. You have a good night. Take care of yourself. Nonsense. How can I, a lowly knight, understand the queen's thinking? I need not worry about the ramblings of a criminal. Just think about escorting the princess home. I'll probably never see him again. He was the culprit. He pulled the princess and me into his intrigues. It was your fault, Sean. If you hadn't treated me like a child, I wouldn't be here hunting after Supersoft to save one of your friends. Why am I doing this? Because Blank saved me? Yes, he saved me. He saved my life. Least I can do is return the favor. I never thought about things like this before. How are we to find Supersoft in this mountain of boxes? Just find it. Huh? Someone's coming. Oh, I can't believe I ran out of ink on a night like this. I must find more ink and go back to the observatory. Should I take care of him? Wait! Princess, no! Hmm? You're... I've missed you, Dr. Todd. Princess? Princess Garnett! Dr. Todd? You know him? Dr. Todd is the highly respected scholar who tutored the princess. Ah, Master Dork. You must be quiet or you'll wake the shopkeeper. But Princess, what on earth are you doing here? It's a long story. We're looking for Supersoft right now. There is a proper reason for this. We are not here to steal or commit any form of crime. Somebody down there? Run along. Run along. I'll give you Supersoft later. Go left from the Trino entrance and continue until you find a large tower. Tower's my home. It's locked, but I shall unlock the door and await your arrival. All right, let's go back. Thank you, Dr. Todd. I'll see you later. Oh, it's you, Dr. Todd. Huh, great timing. I ran out of ink. You should have called me. I'll get yelled at if our inventory's wrong. Princess. So this Tootsie's gonna give us Supersoft? It's Todd. Whatever. I can't believe Tantalus is at the mercy of some old man. I guess we gotta keep babysitting the princess. Still? He ain't gonna give you the Supersoft unless you're with the princess. That's the deal, princess. I'm asking you to take Marcus to this toot, Todd. I was going to anyway. Well, get some rest before you go. I'm sure Ted needs time to prepare. It's really hard to do two characters interrupting each other like that. Oh yeah, time to prepare. Well, I guess it's not the last moment. Excuse you. Can I talk to the waitress now? Yeah, I can. She's back. You need a noble's permission to use the channel in Trino. Why? Because nobles live near the water. You can obtain a permit on the black market. This guy's, it's the same details. I wonder, how much money do we have? I shouldn't go back to the auction house right now. Like, that's not enough money. God, we've got so much equipment. We got so many abilities we need to learn. Hang on a second. Wait. We're so close. We're so close to 96. I want it. You guys have no idea how badly I want it. Do I have better equipment? Can I upgrade anything? Come on, I'm just looking for an excuse. Give me a reason, game. Give me a fucking reason, and I will do it in a heartbeat. Yeah, Mithril Sword, Iron Helm, which we should upgrade to the Barbet first chance we get. Some villainies we should probably learn. There's a big fight soon. Yeah. Plus, we gotta go to the synthesis shop anyway and get all of the new accessories on top of that. Tropical Freeze is an underrated game. I wouldn't say underrated. It's got a big following. Like, I love it to death. And the music in that game. I know it's as good as it is because they brought David Wise back, but at the same time, both the new themes and the old ones, they're all great. But yeah, all of the new characters that they've got there. Well, I guess you wouldn't call Diddy and Dixie new, but... Who is your favorite character casually? Probably Dixie was mine, just because of the added height from the jumps is just... it's perfect. Fnu, go grind. You know you want to. I do. That way we can also go back to the auction house and maybe we can buy some extra stuff. Like maybe they're selling elixirs or something. I know we bought out all of their good accessories. First, I need to visit that synthesis shop, though. This is non-negotiable. I have to get those items before we do this. Where is that place again? I always got lost in Trino. It's too gigantic. Not that that's a bad thing. The place has character. Oh, there was something hidden in there. That's why I was hugging the walls before. I thought there was an item I was missing. Trying in. Or was there? Am I not? Am I not? Beep, 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 dee, 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 dee. There we go. The main attraction of tonight's auction is Pearl Rouge, supposedly. Interesting. But if that's true, there's no chance in the world I could ever afford to buy it. You never know. If other people spend money buying other items, it could be cheaper. The man who always sits in the front row is there to buy the main attraction. You can try recommending other items to him, maybe. Ah, I didn't know there were actual strats to the auction house. Huh. I have a feeling we're gonna be in a bit of a run-in with that guy. Synth up, baby. SMG 4. Wait, what? What does SMG stand for in this situation? Or were you trying to do MGS 4? In which case, yes, I'm very familiar with that one. Yep, we don't have any of these, so... Kashusha, Coral Ring, and the Golden Choker. I think the Golden Choker might actually help Princess Garbage solve a problem. That problem being she has to currently equip the Bronze Vest to learn Jelly. However, no, actually. That's weird, considering you needed a soft to create it. You'd think it would have replaced that. It would have also, never mind. I'm trying to bring logic into this, forgive me. Super Mario Glitchy 4, was not aware of that one, no. Ooh. As much as I want to learn level up and body temp, getting ability up on characters as quickly as possible is extremely important. So we're gonna do that first. It's my ear engineering class would say OP strats. Indeed, indeed. God, that's basically the entire theory behind Undertale, isn't it? Well, other than the way that it approached morality, and all the grays in between black and white. The idea that it took the concept of, like, if players can't solve a problem, they just reset themselves from a save point and go along from there. And man, did they run with that concept. Ha! DKC4, The Journey Over Time and Space. Isn't that on the card this year for SGDQ, or did that run not get accepted? God, that's gonna be a good show. Yeah, that's overright. Got better gear now. Maybe these things won't pose as much of a problem anymore. Ooh. I don't trust myself. I want to give him the blood sword, even though he can't learn any abilities. But the problem is, I'm gonna forget to unequip it. Marcus doesn't learn any new abilities as we go, is the problem. So any stats that he has, actually... somebody remind me of this. Marcus. Their journey of over time in space. Sorry. My bad. I needed to call it by its proper title, which is Street Fighter V Rainbow Edition. No, Street Fighter 4. Wow, I can't even joke correctly tonight. My brain is just... Also known as the DS version. You guys are aware of that, right? I know I've got at least a handful of big fighting game fans in this audience. Have you ever played the DS version of Street Fighter 4? That is something else. It is basically... To explain why that version is a problem, I have to explain what a charge character is if you don't know. Charge characters is basically anybody who requires you to... Any character that requires you to hold a direction for a while, and then press the opposite direction and a button to use a special move. So, think like Chun-Li's Kikoshin, or Guile's Flash Kick. Now, the reason they do that in terms of the moves, this goes all the way back to the original Street Fighter 2. The reason they do that with those moves is because Flash Kick, something like Flash Kick especially, is extremely overpowered. This is, yeah, characters learn abilities faster. So I'm basically sacrificing 3 gems in order to make sure I'll learn more abilities in the future. I'll shower you with coconut cream pie. A metalhead, a metalhead. Can we just talk about the old Donkey Kong cartoon for a while? And how the songs in it were actually legitimately good? Like, unironically good. Now, what was I talking about? Right, charge characters. Basically, DS version had certain moves mapped to the touchscreen. So you didn't have to hold the direction. You could just flash kick as much as you wanted. Again and again and again. Instantly, without any forewarning. Which, as you can imagine, completely broke the game because you couldn't predict it now. Like, at least with a human character, you could see when they were about to use one of those powerful moves. Not so in that version. And going back to the original Street Fighter 2 as well, that was a case of the AI legitimately cheating. Because the AI could also just fire off the move whenever they wanted. You'd think they would have learned their lesson, but no. No, no, no. Prefer the Full House Tournament Fighter. God, I think that's a good topic of discussion tonight. I think this just becomes a recurring thing, as every night I come up with some random topic of discussion. But what's everybody's favorite joke game? I think mine is... I'm going to start off this conversation. Mine is Stephen Hawking's Pro Wheelchair 4. That's an image edit I saw on 4chan a long-ass time ago, and nothing else has ever quite matched up. I gotta say. Bear in mind, if I have any fellow Way Forward fans out there, Catgirl Without Salad doesn't count. They actually released that on Humble Bundle one day. Super Toad 67. Don't think I've heard of that one. I gotta write some of these down, because I don't think I've heard of them before. Super Mario Glitchy 4 was one of them. Again, open up a random Word document here. Super Mario Glitch 4. What was the other one? Super Toad 67. One of the many Granddad fan games. Those are also good. Wasn't somebody actually trying to make Granddad Mania for a while? Super Toad 67. If some of these can actually be downloaded, I will definitely check them out. Super Mario Glitchy 4 is a YouTuber. Oh. I thought that was something else. Ah, okay. That just sounded very much... No wonder you made it one word. I get it now. I thought that was just something they did on purpose because, you know, glitches. Super Toad 64 is a game, though. Got it. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. Now I know. Stephen Hawking's. It will sell. I will buy it. And the other people will. We just need you to make it. It's just a race. You do tricks so epic off of a hat pipe that you create a black hole that swallows up the planet. In 1600, I think that's true, actually. I think that one's actually correct. And it's wrong. Welp. That's, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Oh my god, that's 0 for 2 now. Yeah, I just discovered Vinesauce not too long ago. Why am I not following Vinesauce on Twitch? Probably because I get way too many notifications. I watch most of the stuff on YouTube, honestly. Big fan of Vinny. I'll watch Joel every now and then. I know they keep bringing on new people occasionally. Like, what's his name? His icon has the mask on it, and he tends to do... Or she, I haven't even watched the videos, so I don't know, but they're all weird. Every single one of them is something none of the other guys will even touch. Think Garnet would have gotten that history question right. Not when I'm in control of her. I mean, it's been a long day. We did almost steal... We did, like, go on this big old journey to try and take a noble's treasure. Maybe she just wasn't thinking about it too hard. Please finish him off. Good. Don't have to worry about any more of that damage. I could take my sweet-ass time bringing Marcus back to life. Because I'm not going to start fighting this thing without him. No way, no how, because of that chestnut ability. These things have relatively high health. Let's see. Armor break, reduce the enemy's defense. Have you seen any of the Windows destructions? I have not, but I kind of want to. That's a mess. What are you gonna do now? Spam Blizzard at me? Fool! Describe the concept to me before I hunt down the videos. Like, is this what it sounds like? Is this exactly what it says on the tin? Like, he downloads a virtual machine or something, and he just tries to destroy the computer through one means or another? Or he just tries to run so many different programs that it annihilates his computer? Like, the ultimate goal of the stream is to get a blue screen of death? Something like that? Let's tent out here. I've got enough of them. Even if we didn't necessarily need this, I could still benefit from using it. Save up on an ether, that kind of thing. See, Ednick told... Hidden in the Truth told me about this a long time ago. It's like, don't talk about other streamers, don't talk about other YouTubers. But man, I can't help it. I'm human, I'm doing a show, yes, but it's one of those things, like, we're having a conversation here. And if somebody brings up the topic, it's like, yeah, I want to talk about some of the people I like watching because I'm passionate about this kind of thing. They're good people, you should check them out. Not in the middle of my stream, of course, but you should check them out. Theater ship Prima Vista was built in Artenia... Uh-oh. It's a different question. Everything else has been false so far. True. Nope. They're all false. It's always false. Now I'm 0 for 3. What the hell is going on right now? How am I getting every single one of these wrong? Should just rename this stream to FNU Fails at Trivia. Whew. All right. Huh. Interesting. Do you guys... I retweeted this out a while ago. I don't know if this was real or fake, but somebody created a bit of ransomware that will not let you use your computer again until you beat one of the Toho games on Lunatic difficulty. Which... points for being creative and not being a dick and charging people thousands of dollars by pretending you're the FBI. But I don't think Zune wants that kind of promotion. Unless that was your goal, in which case, fuck you 7 Ways of Sunday. Those games are great. What are the odds a moderately rural Japanese school would have a uniform? I have absolutely no idea. None. My mind is drawn a blank on that. Although, I can only give you hearsay and guesses on that one. Like, Japan is pretty big on tradition, so... They like their standards, they take education very seriously over there, so they probably have a uniform. Wouldn't be... The uniforms wouldn't be very nice, they wouldn't be very high-end or anything. Like, it wouldn't be like a private school uniform that you see in, like, Oran High School Host Club or anything like that, but I think they'd still have it. So that's the trick right there, Gator Hero. Like, just do strange voices. People will flock to you by the dozens. Get good at impressions. Or get really bad at impressions. Like me! See, I don't know if I'm good at impressions or bad at them is the problem. Because... I mean, I got hired to do one, now 2 $800 audiobook projects. But on the second one, she listed out in the description on the audition page is, I'm looking for somebody with who's really good at storytelling, not necessarily at doing voices. And I'm like, well, this doesn't help my confidence at all. What? Oh, they weren't kidding. It is the aggression behind the attack and not the attack itself. So damage values have absolutely nothing to do with whether or not you actually trigger Trant. That's the damage right there. Knew I kept you on this team for a reason, buddy. Yeah, he doesn't even need Marcus's help for this. Wow, dude. Breaking 4 digits on that one already. Everybody, Steiner's that guy at the party. Like, he's got some screwed up views that make everybody he talks to uncomfortable, but at the same time, he means well. Like, he brings a lot of food to the party. Like, he's willing to order pizza if you run out. He's like, no, I'll put it on my tab. So it's impossible to hate him. Everybody wants to say that they everybody wants to speak up, but it's like, the instant you want to start to hate him, he does something cool. I mean, that and he's damn funny in this particular case. I love Steiner. I don't know why I'm dissing on the guy. I don't think I can actually replace anybody's equipment yet. Nope. There's the barbet. Now we've got alert. Again, remind me to take a lot of this stuff off Marcus before we move on here. I need all those items. Yeah, good to go. I think we could take off the extra health now. Like, alert's a lot more useful. Well... Nah, depending on what you're fighting, you want different killers on at the moment. So we don't have plant killer yet, so none of those are useful. Might as well just put antibody back on. That way I don't forget that we have... I don't forget to use it later. Any more abilities you want? Nah. Somniac's not useful right now. I wish I had a way to teach her loudmouth so that she'd actually... Don't I have an item that did that for Vivi? Or was in the process of doing it for Vivi? Some headgear, maybe? He's probably got the only one. That's the problem. I won't spend too much more time doing this, guys. One of two things is gonna happen. Either I'm gonna get everybody to the best equipment they can possibly have, or I'm going to get Garnet up to the point where she can just summon Shiva now. Vince-looking Japanese school uniforms has put me on some type of watch list. I mean, the internet's kind of weird in what it recommends to you sometimes. Like, who's watching you and how they interpret what you're doing. Because for a while there, on Skype, before I figured out how to disable ads on Skype, look that up, by the way, it's intensely useful. I was getting ads for housekeeping uniforms. And I was like, you're close. You're almost there. You're missing a key detail of this, but points for the effort. Nice shot, garbage. That's how you do it. I mean, you could also summon things, but that requires more effort and more MP than what you've got right now. I wasn't kidding, by the way, when I said that kind of thing took days, which is why I'm probably not going to do it. Then again, I had a busier schedule back then, so... I need more echo screens. 10,000 gil. It's not enough. I at least want to use an echo screen on her. Doesn't matter for the other two. But I need her to heal people periodically. That's actually one of my favorite prompts in all of Quiplash, I think it is. Yeah, Quiplash. Is, phrases the NSA is tired of seeing you punch into Google. I think one of my favorite answers to that is the NSA watching me? Just, I love redundant humor like that. I love when people get super meta with their jokes. Is the item soft named because of the company itself? Well, no, it's because the item is used to cure petrification. So, petrification is turning your body hard and stony, but by using a soft... Yeah, now I just sound condescending, I'm sorry. I was trying to deliver it in such a way where it was obvious that I'm explaining something really simple. But you're asking a legit question there, so it just came across like, wow, this guy's being a real dick. You think very highly of your deductive reasoning skills, don't you, friendo? Just feels like a coincidence, yeah. Funny little details that you don't even think about until you go further in. I mentioned this game from time to time. It's sort of like Disorder on Steam, how the checkpoints are represented by marbles. And to be fair, there is a story reason for that. But because the game also deals with insanity, it wasn't until one of their game design professors pointed it out to them that they realized he lost his marbles. Things just fly right over your head when you're that close to a project. Back then it was called a golden needle and not soft. Oh yeah, because it's the only thing that can pierce the stone. Which also makes sense. Research for something I'm working on. Oh, trust me, I do the same thing. Google's a godsend for writers. I'm glad we live in the era that we do. Let's see, you learned silence, yeah. So if you had a better weapon, you could equip it right now. Too bad you don't. Kashusha. How do you even pronounce this? This is another fun one. I'm actually considering leaving this attached to her. Because it's a tiara. It's a crown. It makes sense for the character. And here we are trying to be subtle about this. Like, not let people know that we're a princess just traipsing around the countryside. I'm trying to avoid this situation. Oh, this might not end well. Hopefully the two of you roll high enough. I don't want to take another chestnut before I can kill this thing. Grinding's a lot easier once you actually go through the town now. Can't believe I didn't remember that part. I played this game enough as a kid. And, nope, we actually managed to take him down. I wonder if armor break actually works. Like, that first time it happened to us, it was just a fluke. Let's see here. Defense down. Nope, another miss. So I won't try it again on these guys. It's not like I'm terribly attached to the boost that it gives me. Uh-oh. Oh. Shoot. Marcus, hold on, man. Stay with me, buddy. You ain't dead yet, so you ain't done yet. They even drop echo screens. That's kind of nice. It's good planning. Alright, I couldn't even save him there. And I can't even bring him back up again, cause... Well... More health for more experience for these guys at the very least. Say. Oh, kill him quick. Kill him quick. Quick, 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 quick. Nobody can take another one of those. Alright. Crisis averted. Insomniac and add status. Mandragora. We've been getting those cards, actually, haven't we? Should probably clean through my collection. Eventually, I'll get the higher end of what they can offer me for these guys. Hagen, Nymph, Gimme Cat, Cactar. There they are. That's 4 arrows, 3. They're all 1/1. Oh, no. I was about to say they're all 101s, but that's a 102. One arrow, though, is so abysmal, I don't think I'm gonna want to keep that for anything. You need at least 3 for the card to be viable. At the very least. Echo screen. Now you can heal people. You'll notice Marcus isn't silenced anymore. That's a good cure-all for anything that might be ailing you is death. You use life on them, they're still afflicted by heat. It's like, what the fuck? Company name Squaresoft came into existence back in 1992. Same year Final Fantasy V was released. If I'm reading this right, the first FF game that was the first game that started calling it soft. Huh. The more you know. That's cool. Alright, learned Insomniac. So, what was that tied to? The bandana. But that's her best equipment at the moment. The thing I want to get past is either the Kashusha or the bronze vest. And stream died. What? Says we're still live. Completely miss. Oh, okay. Don't scare me like that. And please preface that kind of phrase with something like stream died on my end. Okay. It's like, when did everything fall apart? I was just reading off your sentiment. It's just, hey, that's a cool detail. Maybe you were right. I mean, I'd have to ask them themselves to be 100% sure, but... yeah. I think I'm gonna end it off at 5 more points. When she learns Jelly, we'll start moving. We'll get back on track in terms of the story. We don't need to be terribly powerful, not yet. Like, this is a great game because the difficulty curve, as long as you stay on top of things like equipment, is fairly solid. You don't have to do much in terms of... oh, barely. She's almost there. Here's the crazy thing, like, Garnet, if she goes into trance right now, we can't do anything with it. I mentioned this last time around, but... yeah, that ability is kind of interesting for her if you manage to trigger it this early. Which you shouldn't, because she doesn't survive a whole lot of damage in the first place, and if I remember correctly, death sends you back down to nothing in terms of that bar, or at least it lowers it a little bit. Take them one at a time, one at a time. Keep it up, guys. Wait for both to be ready to go. I think I'm even gonna wait for him to move one more time because I'm just incredibly paranoid with these enemies. I don't want anybody else eating it by no matter how I describe what they're doing here, it's gonna sound dirty. Slapping me with my nuts, getting hit by nuts in the face. There's several ways you could describe this situation that these characters are in with these enemies, and none of them are pleasant. Or maybe they are. I don't know what you're into. I ain't gonna judge either. You do you. You person, you out there. You whatever you are. You're forever loading for me. Damn, Colt. If you can't join... if you're listening to this in the future, in the far-flung future, I'm sorry that's happening to you, man. I wish there was something on my end I could do about it. my back. I should get into a better sitting position. Just actually using the backrest here. But it feels like... Let me set up my camera again, just making it 100% sure. Yeah, we're doing alright. Even there. We're doing alright. And there's Jelly. Yeah. I was gonna say that, Arbok, but it's such common advice that I didn't feel like I needed to. You never know. Maybe some people don't know that's a thing you can do to fix this kind of stream, if that's happening to you. Alright. Give her the cotton robe. I think we're done here. There's just no way. That's not good viewing. Let's move on with the story, everybody. Let's do what we were always meant to do. Travel down and go visit a... I'm skipping points in the story. We're gonna do this thing in the place with the monsters and the thing I told you about at the beginning before we came into this town. But not before we go visit our good friend Dr. Todd. Is the doctor in? I was promised he would be. And before you ask, yes, I do in fact have an appointment. Dr. Todd. Forget if there's anything in the tower that you can find just by mashing the button against the walls. No, he is guarding a treasure chest, though. Doc, if you'd be so kind. Princess, thank you for coming. Welcome to my humble abode. This is your home? I've traveled quite far in search of a sponsor for my research after I departed Alexandria. Finally found one here in Trino. You've grown in a fine young woman. I'm pleased to see you again. Dr. Tot, you look quite well. Ah, Master Dork, you're escorting the princess. Yes, sir. I deeply regret my earlier actions. Still a straight arrow, aren't you? I'm sure you had your reasons, but I won't ask why. The Super Soft is in the box right there. Please, take it. Don't mind if I do. Have you no manners? Thank the good doctor. That's quite all right, Master Dork. Now I can save my bro. Can't believe I must travel with a lowly criminal. Can't climb up the ladders yet? Ah, we can climb up that one. Sorry, Doc. I'd talk to you and progress the story, but I'm pretty sure there are... Or are there? Maybe not. Dang. Why did I remember there being things to steal collect up in that spot? No. I'm the hero of this story, right, everybody? Master Tot, is this Gaia? Hey, Swirl. Welcome to the chat, man. Thanks for coming tonight. Yes. It's a globe of our planet, Gaia. I remember your lessons. You remember the ramblings of an old fool. You remember the ramblings of an old fool. Two phrases are commonly found in documents more than 500 years old. One is jewel. The other is summoner tribute. But 500 years ago, the phrases mysteriously vanished from history. The archaeologist Frederick Ashe theorized that jewel refers to the pendant passed down to the ruler of Alexandria. But the pendant is much too small to be referring to the same jewel. Other research suggests a relationship between eidolons and magical stones. Dr. Todd? Aww. Aw, princess. Were you reading big books again? I've already read every book in this library. But I think better when I'm surrounded by old books. Really? I don't like books. You're a person of dignity. It's imperative that you study hard. I know. Oh, but I was quite taken by that book you gave me. What was it called? It was... Was it I Want to Be Your Canary by Lord Avon? That's where we were supposed to know the answer to that question. Aw, man.
Oh yes, that's the one. So there is a book I like after all.
My.
What's this, Dr. Tot?
That's a globe of Gaia. It's a model of our planet.
A Gaia globe? I never knew our castle was shaped like a sphere.
We live on the surface, princess.
Huh?
Ah, yes, the stars. They inspired the theories relating to stones and eidolons. That is why... oh, I'm sorry. I was lost in thought again.
That's okay. Where's my room on this globe?
Oh, your room is much too small to point out on this globe.
What about the castle?
That I can do.
Oh, and Uncle Sid's castle?
How long has it been? 8 years? Yeah. Love how she has the same color scheme of her clothes. Of course, image recognition, otherwise you'd never know. It was a play, but it was written by a lord way back when. It's a play, it's a book. Scripts are kept in books, right? Or maybe it was something that was adapted into a play. God knows we see that kind of thing happen all the time where we are. Time passes quickly, but I haven't changed. I continue to collect and research these items.
Where'd you find this globe?
It's an antique. It's broken, as you can see, but I use it as an observation deck. Ironic, isn't it? Looking up at the sky from inside a globe.
It sure is.
Princess, I don't mean to meddle in your affairs, but I'm on your side, now and forever. Please tell me if there's anything I can do.
Dr. Tot.
I see. So the Queen's forces have already grown quite powerful. Okay then. It may be dangerous, but I shall see to it that you reach Alexandria.
How?
I had an old transportation device remodeled in the case of such an emergency. This way, please. Ah, we can finally return to Alexandria. I'm coming with you. What? Why? I can reach Blank more easily from Alexandria.
Yes, come with us, Marcus. Okay, dork? Let's go save Blank and restore my mother to her former self.
You'd give a kid some Shakespeare to read. I mean, she's a royal. That's a lot of heavy study material. They cover everything. Like, you learn defense, you study, you are because you're the face of an entire country, there's a lot of pressure to be the perfect human being. Let's put it that way. Please be equipped for battle. There are monsters underground. Please take the ladder inside the hole down when you're ready. I think I'm as ready as I'm gonna... Thank you for reminding me, actually. Sorry, Marcus. It's nothing personal, buddy. Although I'll let you keep the bone wrist at the very least. Think I need the other chain vest, though. And I will take that, reflect ring back. Thank you very much. There's a Moogle down here, right? So we can just save and get ready. Oh, I love this song! Gargan Rue. Ancient travel route between Trino and Alexandria. Why was this thing built under a tower? Actually, Gargan Rue was in use long before even the invention of airships. Tower was built on top of the disused tunnel. But it looks fairly new. I convinced Mr. Bishop to keep this place intact. I haven't used it since it was remodeled, mind you. We must first activate the tunnel connection sequence and call the Gargant inside. Let's see, where was the sequence trigger? So all we have to do is find the sequence trigger. Princess, let us find it. Of course. Definitely. I want mail. How about you heal me up with a tent, buddy? Everybody's got some status effects and other downsides to their layout right now. Save up. Always best to be careful. I've read through Hamlet, Midsummer Night's Dream, and Othello. His books recently, and the hardest part was yeah, a lot of people are turned off by Old English. Not being as forthcoming as stage actions as he should be. That's a fair point about Shakespeare, yeah. You're gonna have to excuse me. The most cultured I get is Robert Frost. I love those old poems. I love his writing style. Like, he rhymes words so effortlessly that it almost pisses me off. Like, he just has a way with this language in writing. Victorian English, sorry. We need to find the Chrono Trigger. Crime and Punishment is this ATE. Huh. I missed it again. How many times have I missed it? It's morning now. When is my fault? It's the Southgate Bunt Cake. It's so delicious, I just can't stop. When will the next car to Lindblom arrive? That sound. That's a car coming back from Alexandria. I'm gonna wait right here this time. What the heck are you doing? I'm waiting for a cable car. So this is where you were wasting time. I wasn't wasting time. I was eating Southgate Bunt Cake. Why are you talking to... me? Oh, that wasn't Ruby. That was the boss. I knew something was up, because Marcus wouldn't give me a straight answer. So this is where you were, ignoring your boss's orders and eating Southgate Bunt Cake. Forgive me! I didn't mean to slack off. Take my Super Tornado Tantalus Punch! I'm amazed he never used that in our battle. No. Super Tornado Tantalus Punch. If I ever become a wrestler, that's gonna be my move. In fact, let me write that down. It's gonna be the most obscure reference ever, and nobody's gonna get it, but it'll be worth it for the people that do. Like, well, how many people are in the chat right now? 4 viewers, it says. So for the 4 of you out there who get that joke in the future. I saw him. I saw an old man wearing glasses walking out of this tower. This is big. I think there's actually an item hidden at the end of this path. Like, if this girl and her dog eventually go away when you return to Trino in the future, and you'll be able to grab something from there. Victorian English. Old English is Germanic. Ah, I got it. I understand now. I could have sworn there was another item I could get here. Like, I could get one more Stelazio coin from his tower, and then I could turn it into her for 3,000 more gil. I'm not gonna get that joke in the future. Hey, TJ. Welcome to the chat, man. Thanks for coming tonight. Have you been in the Discord lately, man? I added a Dragon Maid emote there just for you, buddy. What were some of the other ones that you suggested I do in the future? I added another one that was kind of inspired by some of the conversations we've had in the past. Just kind of. Today's items are a Griffin's Heart, Doga's Artifact, he still has those if I leave and re-enter, right? Yeah, okay, we're gonna need way more money than we've got right now. Yeah, I have a feeling those guys are gonna outbid us, and badly. We'll come back for those in the future, I think. Alas, parting is such sweet sorrow. Knowing what could be, what you could have, and is it worth it right now? I keep talking about this place, but let's go battle somebody one time. Step inside and the tournament begins. Decide now if you want to play. Sure, I'll play a card game. Now I need to start using Discord. It's a great place. A lot of people prefer it to Skype most of the time. I'm gonna use this Yeti because I still have no idea what the X does. And it turned out to be pretty powerful, even against some of my higher end cards. Gimme Cat, I need something pointing up and to the left. No. That'll be Genji, Tonberry, and something else with high numbers. Cactar! Put Cactar in a position where he can defend himself easily. Yeah. Oh. Oh! That was almost bad. So, that was 1 versus 0, essentially, in that matchup because of how the P and the M work. I was considering that in my head. It's like, is this gonna be bad? Nah. Nah, there's no way he has a magic card lined up. Lo and behold. That's a free point up in the top left if I can beat him, and then he'll be on the defensive. But what's my weakest card? I mean, big defense on the Genji armor here. I don't want him getting that point. Yeah, go ahead, Yeti. What? What? Okay. Magic, in this case it would be 3 versus 1. Physical would be 2 versus 0, so let's try that one. Take that! It's mine now. And last but not least... Yeah, oh, he's actually got that enemy as a card? Oh, I want that. I want that, and I'm gonna take it from you. I'm gonna play a few more games, which is bad because this is eventually going to blow up in my face. I just know it. Cactar, and one more good one. One more really powerful monster. The only hole in my strategy here, I've got a whole bunch of great ones, except... What do we need? What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? I need a nymph, I think. That's a nice late game enemy. It's almost better to start off these battles going second, because then you can react to what your opponent is doing. You can just start counterplaying cards there. So magic. That Gimme Cat would be 3 versus 2, 3 versus 1, and he would just take the last one. So let's battle you. How? How did that happen? You know what sucks about this? My only other opportunity to take back that Yeti and get an extra point would be counterplayed, because I know this guy's got an arrow pointing up. He has to. Alright, with what few moves I have left, how do I do this? I could potentially save it. No, Genji armor versus the Cactar wouldn't work very well. I want to keep the Genji armor in case he starts playing safe and tries to put something in the bottom right corner there. I might actually lose this battle. Lose some of my really good cards. I can take this. I've got to win this battle. Oh, that was too close for comfort. No, I do not want to play a rematch. I almost got destroyed there. I will take my winnings and run, thank you. That was more stressful than it needed to be. Got no space on my phone for Discord? That's a shame. Well, I mean, you've got it in your mind now, so eventually. Shit always needs healing. Wait. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I get the inkling we're not talking about the same thing, TJ. Right, okay, so... bunch of rare items that we can't get yet. I think it's time to move on. Yeah, story needs to progress, man. Buddy, excuse me. Why are you blocking my way? What was so important you needed to tell me about this? Trino shops sell items from all over. It's an excellent place to prepare for a journey. I have to get my usual. Speaking of going on a journey, took a journey straight through his rib cage there. Wow. It's tough, isn't it? Because on one hand, you want to get the items from the auction house now, so it's like, you know, if I ground out my characters for just a little bit longer, maybe I could get them. Maybe I could actually buy those and get something resembling an advantage going into combat encounters in the future. I wouldn't have to worry about collecting these later, when everything will be way more expensive. But you're just trading out time in one space for another. You're gonna have to grind for money eventually in this game if you want everything. The question is whether you want to fight tons of mandragores now, or tons of those birds that we met back in, what's the place? Gizmaluke's Grotto by going up the ladder. Do you want to fight more of those or more of the mandragores? You gotta grind on something. Well, there's the gate. Can't access that yet. This music's so good, by the way. Not the battle theme, the actual... I've already forgotten the name of this place. God, the enemy designs in this game are sick. They're weird and creative and disgusting and interesting. Like, that ability was called Stomach, and it's a worm enemy. So, essentially what just happened there is that guy took his entire stomach, vomited it up through his mouth, and used that as a weapon to whack us with. Oh. Uh-oh. Trance! Check it out, everybody! Garbage is in power mode. Guess we can use Eidolons now. Oh. Thanks for interrupting the joke, dork. Okay, so essentially what I was gonna show off there is like, it upgrades your summoning ability. When you can actually use your summon ability. You can do that by now, right? You're not even playing the game correctly. Super Saiyan garbage. That's not an uncommon theme I've noticed. Like, if your characters can't turn into bigger and better forms, you're not doing it right. But it is one of those big moments, okay? That's right up there with, like, alternate costumes for characters and class changing. It's just one of those things people love to see in an RPG. You gotta have a super mode, or at least super moves. Another reason I love Dragon Quest VIII a whole lot. Super high tension! Chain plate. Of course. Of course. They just give that to us. Phoenix down. This is an interesting angle. They're really putting emphasis on this lever here. Just in case you didn't notice it. Now what did that do, I wonder? I guess we'll find out in a second. Maybe it raised that gate that we couldn't get to before. It's a wonderful noise, by the way. It hits me, like every single episode we do this, it hits me again just how much I missed playing this game. Like even after all these years, all this time, coming back to and experiencing all this with kind of a room temperature, not fresh perspective per se, but just something where I don't have it all committed to memory like I used to. It's wonderful. It feels great. In some ways, it is like I'm experiencing it all over again. And that's awesome. It's awesome because I know even more of that is waiting for me in the future, too. It feels like coming home. Does this remind anyone else of like a Zelda dungeon theme? Like something you'd maybe hear on the Game Boy or something in like one of the 2 Oracle titles? Ooh. Oh, this is such a hard choice. Do I want him to learn? We'll teach him Insomniac for now. Insomniac for now. I want those other abilities to go to the rest of our party. Body temp and level up. The sooner everybody learns body temp, the better. Especially before we get to a certain area in Disc 2. Bears exist in Japan, right? Really don't know enough about the country for what I'm doing. Beer. Yes. Beer does exist in Japan. There are even some local brews that they are very proud of, actually. The universal liquid ambrosia. If there's one thing that unites us as a species, no matter what country you're in, it's beer and our legends about dragons. You'll notice that, like, every culture on Earth has a legend about some kind of mythological creature that fits the description of a dragon. This giant scaled beast that, if it doesn't necessarily breathe fire, it has some kind of mystical powers to it. They might be long, they might be short, but everybody knows them. It's a consistent image no matter where you go. Interesting. Usually a few attacks is enough to set these guys off, but apparently he's got way higher defense than I gave him credit for. Hey, Arbok. On one hand, I appreciate that. On the other, I thought it was my job to start giving people useless information. Oh, what am I saying? No, you're not infringing on my territory. That's actually helping somebody in the chat right now. This is where we call the Gargant inside. Means dragons had to have existed? Maybe, or it could just be a giant coincidence. Something consistent in the human imagination that keeps coming up with that kind of creature. I mean, why do all horror monsters all share the traits of, like, pale skin, bloodshot eyes, razor-sharp teeth? Because fear is primal, you know. Like, what existed in our in our histories that made us afraid of those kinds of things. A lot of common phobias have bases in history. Like, thunder could be a stampede approaching from a distance. Fire could destroy your tree home. Poor footing made us instinctually afraid of heights. Just be careful out there, that's all I'm saying. Pull on that lever, Gargant cycles around the station continuously. I don't understand what you're saying. Better to show than tell. Princess, will you pull on that lever over there? If you say so. What is it? What is that? I guess I should say. Bit of a mistranslation there. What is that? Ah, perfect timing. That is the Gargant, a giant insect that pulls this trolley. Next, we must halt the Gargant. And we do that by offering it food, hence the giant feed button we saw earlier. Where was the lever? Come on, man, you were so close. Ah, yes, that's the one. The Gargant should stop when you pull on the lever. There you go, buddy. Please hurry. It'll resume once it's finished eating. Are you sure it won't keep going around in circles? It won't. I will reverse the connection sequence and let the Gargant out of the station. Please look after the princess, Master Dork. Of course! The princess is bright, but she's still young and naive. I'm concerned about her safety. Please make your own decision on the matter at hand and protect her. I'm but a humble knight. I cannot exceed my authority. Is that an honest answer? You may endanger the princess if you keep telling yourself that. I shall take note of your counsel. Very well, princess. Take care, Dr. Todd. I must hurry. So for those... I don't remember who it was that asked, but yes, if you were wondering if Steiner himself ever went on a journey as a character in Gru, yeah. Just pull the lever. Be safe, princess. Finally! We can reach Alexandria now. You can't even see Trino anymore. I wonder how long it's going to take. I never dreamed of going home in a vehicle like this. Dr. Todd remains a unique character. What's wrong? It's hesitating. Princess! Remember how I said we were gonna need to be powerful for some reason? Could this be the reason? Took the words right out of my mouth. I have, actually. Got Vessel Fighters right there, as a matter of fact. Very good game. Kind of cool system, too, about how you actually have to take the creatures out of the... based on how well you get them out of their fossil form, determines how powerful they naturally are. That's good stuff, man. We actually can give buffs to people. We've learned Protect and Shell and all that good stuff. The Thief steals. The Knight does his best to deal physical damage. And the Healer, well, not only heals, but also... Mithril Fork. Plague Spectrobes. Yes, same thing. Also used that mechanic. And it was equally as cool there. Now I'm gonna give myself some good coverage. Because if I die, y'all are screwed. Anything else? Doesn't have anything. Alright, all out attack, baby. Oh, right, this move. Oh? Really? I thought that also healed it. A name like Devil's Kiss, I expected a bit more than that. Not gonna heal Dork right away here, because I've been dying for a chance to use Minus Strike, which is essentially what Chestnut is. Based on the difference between our max health and our current health, that's how much damage I'm gonna do. Risky if you let yourself get too low, but powerful nonetheless if you're willing to go that route. Ugh. Speaking of power. You know, sometimes I remember why you're in charge. Oh, poison. Everybody's got antibody, that's why. Ha! You thought I was dumb for grinding out abilities, but no, I had a plan all along, baby. Oh, I actually should have been casting Shell on everybody. Good. Oh, it's... it left? See ya, buddy. That's right, run. I got your number. Finally here. I think the Gargan is tired too. I never knew such a place existed in Alexandria. Where are we? Let's keep moving. Meanwhile... oh, no meanwhile yet. Is this really Alexandria? Well, it must be. How do we get out? Well... this way. Princess, let us make haste. Wait, Dork! I know this place! Dr. Todd told me about this place. My ancestors built this place to keep enemies from invading. Dr. Todd also said, Princess, we can hear your stories later. The stale air cannot be good for us. And we gotta save Blake. Right. We need to hurry. So... this is a bit of life advice that I need to give everybody out there. A life hack, if you will, if you believe in using such terms. You know that voice in the back of your brain? That feeling you get? That bit of hesitation that tells you, maybe this isn't the best idea in the world. If human beings learn to listen to that feeling more often than not, we wouldn't have as many Darwin Awards offered every year. Let's go, Dork. Case in point. What kind of trick is this? I didn't do anything. Don't blame me. You really didn't do anything? You don't believe me? Look, we missed our chance to escape. They fell for it. Fell for it, they did. Zorn! Thorn! I am Dork, captain of the Knights of Pluto. I have returned. Let us out at once. Too bad it is. You're all under arrest. Zorn! Thorn! I've returned to Alexandria to speak with my mother. Take me to my mother. Yes, we will take you to see Queen Braun, whether you like it or not. Capture Princess Garnet, Queen Braun said. Ordered us, she did. Lies! What? What's going on? Oh, how your faith was misplaced, dear knight. Can you stand, Freya? That fence looks climbable. Shh! Shh! The plot doesn't work if you point that out, you fool! Can you stand, Freya? It is nothing. Take it easy, okay? How about you, Vivi? Yeah, I'm alright.
So what now, people? They said they were going to Clara. We have no choice. We must go to Clara too.
Knew you'd say that. You coming, Vivi?
Do you think we'll learn more about those black mages if we go to Clara?
Yeah, I'd say we learn a lot about them as long as we follow Braun and that Kuja guy.
Then I'm with you.
Clara? Sound yummy. I go with you.
Oh, and what about the princess?
Garbage? I'd never forget about her. She might not be here in Bermesia, but I know we'll find her soon. Well, let's move out.
Some say it lies in the desert west of Bermesia, but I know not whether we can enter the town itself.
Brighten up a little. We'll figure it out when we get there. Twitch dashboard says we have 10 viewers currently watching us. If that's true, holy crap. Welcome, guys, whoever you are. Oh, garbage, where could you be? Wow. People way more educated than myself in the chat, apparently. Educated in the ways that'll give you a consistent career. Now, children, don't be like me. Stay in school. I don't even need to tell you guys that. You already know. You're on top of it. This is why you buy extras, everybody. Bone wrist. Everybody's ready to go here. Now we can learn Devil Killer. We've got a bunch of new accessories. Of course I'm gonna leave Zidane on the team. Sean, sorry, in this case. But do I want Auto Potion or... Yeah, level up in body temp. Let's go with that. Fairy Earrings is so damn... Such a good accessory. So damn good. Status. Robes. Boots. Can you learn anything from these? It might... No, actually, I'm gonna give Auto Reflect to someone else on this team. I'm gonna give him Auto Potion because he could actually use it. There's a reason it's only 10 points, though. You might not want to always have Auto Potion equipped, let's put it that way. Who would benefit the most from Auto Reflect? Probably you, because you also get Distract. Oh, I misinterpreted all of my chain items. I thought we actually picked up 2 of the chain mails back there. And that sucks. But we got a Barbet at least. Oh yeah, and a new weapon for Cuna. Still got High Tide on the table. They really want this character to learn that ability. And considering how the Blue Mage works in this game, I completely understand why. Speaking of blue magic, shouldn't open it yet. I completely forget the name of where we're headed, so any new abilities everybody needs to deal with. Let's... We'll still leave Protect Girls on. Don't remember if we need... I don't remember which resistances we need right now. I will leave Alert always on because... I will leave Alert on because that's always useful. Level up, I will definitely take... Again, that's another one that's real useful. Devil Killer, which is lethal damage to demons. What do we fight in this place? What do we fight? What do we fight? Status effect. And we can just have fun with the rest of them. Poison shows up a lot. Sleep shows up a lot. Those would probably be useful here. You next, Vivi. Loudmouth, of course. You just leave that on by default if the character is a mage. Just for the... out of principle, you never remove that ability on a mage. Insomniac. Didn't have much of a choice there. Do I really want to sacrifice all of this in order to always reflect spells? How much can I take away and still have the really important stuff? I don't even have enough. I'm too short. Might as well re-equip everything important then. Bright Eyes and Antibody. And 5 more for Distract. And last but not least, the good old eater of everything that freaking moves. Not much to change on that front, honestly. I mean, we could equip Antibody, shows up a lot more than Petrification. And I don't think anything uses Petrification in this place, which you'd think that would make sense because it's a desert area, but I think that's good. We're ready to get out of this damn rain, finally. Already well prepared for life. And 2, we're about out of money now. You know, speaking of school, I'm pretty sure I've told this story before, but I'm kind of a unique case. I actually did go to college for a little bit, but then I took a few game design courses because back then that was the main focus. That's what I wanted to do with my life. And I do still want to do with that with my life. I've just got other responsibilities now, like this became my job really fast. And then, of course, we have, I was essentially told after a little while, like, if you're going to go off and do your own thing, if you're going to start up your own company, you've learned pretty much everything you need to. Like, learn a little bit of business, learn a little bit about how the industry works. Go to conventions was a big one they mentioned, like, especially GDC. Get some ideas going. Talk to people who have been through this before. Clara! Okay, so, now that I know that, game facts. Good old guides. Theothergog.com. Final Fantasy 9. Give me that sweet info. Come on, tell me. You can fill me in, don't worry about it. Don't hide your secrets from me. Blue magic list, here we go. Anything hiding out in Clara? Oh, forgot a letter. Auto life we get from the carrion worm. We can get level 3. Do we already know level 3 defenseless? This is going to be a little bit of back and forth for a second. I'm sorry, guys. I think we already do. Yeah, there it is. Level 3 defenseless. So, keep an eye out for carrion worms. Matra magic, which is... It's one of my favorite spells, but it's not that useful. Dragonflies. Mighty Guard you get for eating an antlion. A nymph. Oh! We can actually learn Night by eating a nymph. I didn't know that. And White Wind, which we... So, we're looking for zoos, antlions. Yes, we're... ZUU, the big bird things from Final Fantasy X. I can already see the chat notifications. You're gonna eat every animal in the zoo? Harambe! Dragonfly, antlion, zoos, and carrion worm. And before then... There we go. Before then, though, let's go... Let's go teach some of the beautiful women over here about the meaning of eating out. Outside the house. God, guys, what did you think I was talking about? I feel kind of great about this. Like, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be the run where I finally beat this game. Where I finally see the ending, where I finally get a lot of things that were hidden from me for a long time. Except for the jump rope minigame, because screw that noise. Oop, sorry. Accidentally clicked away from it for a second. Performance is tanking for a second. I wonder why. Probably the flashing oh. Alright. That's why you don't have auto potion on all the time. Or if you do, you try to... Cause then they'll just waste an entire item trying to heal up a minor bruise in battle. It can help sometimes during the bigger boss fights, but still. Seems kinda wasteful, more often than not. There's Blizzara at the very least, so we can equip the next staff in the queue, which would be lightning in this case. I don't think Fyra actually helps us against many enemies in Clara, the place we're going to. I want to equip that oak staff so badly, but we've got so many other spells to learn. It hurts. It's like, you can have this great big item, but can you actually do anything with it? No. No. You've got a lot of other boxes to tick first. It ingrains this mindset in you, man. It forces you to grind to a certain degree. Or at least it encourages you to. It makes grinding fun. Because it's more than one type of experience, I guess is the best way to putting it. It's not just like straight to one goal. You have multiple ones. It's like, yeah, you're leveling up, but also you're getting abilities and you're equipping new things. You're slowly working your way up to bigger and better stuff as you go. There's more than one point, I guess is the best way of putting it. Anything else here? Well, let's at least try to equip something with slightly better stats. Anything that boosts his magic? No! As a matter of fact, all of these will actually lower his magical power. So, against my better judgment, we're gonna leave Auto Potion equipped on Vivi. Oh. Huh. I see, Arbok. There are those nymphs. Let's take one of them down. And then start oh, actually. That might have been enough right there by itself. Unless Vivi's Cane Smack. Okay. Well, let's be specific about this. Do it again. Ah, come on, you hit her too hard that time. Dang, that's so close. It's like we're playing 21 here. We're trying to get as close as possible without going over. And if he levels up in the middle of this, we won't have an option anymore. I wish I had known this before when we were actually fighting these things and looking for Chocobo treasure. I'm gonna run into another battle and slam face first into a skeleton. Don't slam into skeletons, by the way. That's probably not gonna end well for any of the parties involved. Life advice from your friendly neighborhood Fnu. Right, so I've started to not trust the viewer levels on my Twitch dashboard. It's like we're going up as high as 10 people sometimes and as low as 5. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know if it's one of those things like if people are coming in and deciding... It breaks your heart when you see numbers go down like that. Because it's like, are people coming in and they're just immediately leaving again? Because they don't like what I'm doing, they don't like what I'm saying, they're just completely disinterested, or maybe whoever else is streaming this just stopped and other people are migrating to another channel and they're not yet maybe there's something going on right now. Like this, maybe this is a charity type of thing, like the Final Fantasy V Fiesta or something like that. This requires some research, methinks. Little bit of a... do a bit of a journalism. I think the numbers take a while to catch up. Yeah. And that's the thing. Just wondering if, like, if it's something I'm doing or if it's something the computer's doing. I'm having fun either way, so I'm doing this for the right reasons at the very least. I think I should save soon. We got about half an hour left in tonight's stream. More scorpions. Scorpions, lizard men. And zombies, oh my. But not a nymph to be found. That was an alright use of a potion. It's more just a guard against all kinds of physical attacks. Like, it disappears so quickly. Like, that number goes down incredibly fast. Alright, let's see if we can't take advantage of some of our new... because these things will always do poison counter, it seems. Yup. Good thing everybody's got antibody. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone else is going to obliterate this scorpion, but there's transfer that character again in case you missed it. I think that's another recurring gag over the course of this. It's just Trance is getting completely wasted. Oh geez, I wish I could contribute to this conversation that's going on in chat. But I never played the game that much. I never played it quite to the point you guys have. Like, I don't know any of the... I don't have the strategies, like, nailed down in my head or anything. I'm just kind of smiling and nodding over here. It's like, oh yeah, that thing. Do you remember the creature with the move that did the thing? That was great. I had to work a long time to unlock him. Also, I'm calling bullshit on the original Fossil Fighters, in the sense that its cover creature, the T-Rex itself, actually required you to... there was all this obtuse bullshit, like you couldn't even get it till after the game was over. Like, there's a reason... I know it's not entirely fair to compare that series to Pokemon, but there's a reason that the creatures on the covers of those games are always, like, legendary, or there's something that you get over the course of this, you at least encounter over the course of the story. Because that sets a precedent. That's what you're looking forward to now. It's like, that thing, I want to unlock that thing. I want to use it in the final battle against whatever the boss is gonna be. And it's a T-Rex! It's a freaking T-Rex that's on fire! It has sick flame decals on its side. Why would you not want that thing? Why would you not want to fight the final boss with that thing? I don't know, just random thoughts going out there. Game's fun either way. It's just that one thing I thought was kind of weird. Well, there goes our mage. Oh no, he's gonna whack us with a stick. How will I ever deal? I should probably shut my mouth. Now the game heard it and it's gonna punish me for that. Let's see. Well, new ability for Vivi. Got anything better than that bandana? No, I don't think we're going to for quite a while now. Because the cover is what they're advertising to you, right, Arbok? It's like, this is the part... I want to get to that point. It's like I said, it's setting a precedent. It's making you think, like, I want to eventually be this guy. Like, the game is making you a promise. Eventually, you're going to have this team. You're going to have this setup, this layout, these people working with you, these particular creatures. Look up how to unlock the chickens for the original Fossil Fighter. Let me guess, it's like Game Connect, that kind of thing. You actually need friends. That kind of thing always pissed me off as a kid. It's like, I know literally no one else that plays video games. Like, what do you want from me? I've talked with people at school, but nobody's interested. Did I talk to enough people, though? Did I? Did I really? I mean, I technically had 2 friends. We're not going to go into that conversation again. Because one of these days, he's actually going to be watching one of these streams, maybe. I don't want that becoming drama that happens in the future. If you're wondering why I'm going back through Gizmaluke's grotto here, this is for 2 reasons. I need more healing items, is the thing. I need way more potions. I want to make sure we're ready to go for whatever life is going to throw at us soon. It's kind of interesting seeing this world again, too, because we haven't been here since Disc 1, and that was, what, like 2 streams ago? Level 12 for every Vivisaur. Oh. Now I'm starting to understand. Just like level... Oh my god. That'd be like trying to get every single Pokemon in the Dex up to level 100. Which, back in the day, if you were taking advantage of the Missing No glitch, wasn't that bad, but... Figure out which ones you liked the most. More than anything else. Beyond the Portals was good, though. I think I've actually got Spectrobes lying around here somewhere. I'd have to take a second look at that game. 200 plus total, and I still don't have all... Oh, dear. You haven't even collected all of the... Wow, dude. Huh. And let me guess, you beat the story a long-ass time ago, yeah? Ah, well. At least it's a game that keeps you coming back regardless, right? It's the RPG principle, isn't it? Like, I don't even know if the chickens are any good, is the thing. But the one thing you might want to use them against, like the final boss or something like that, you've already... To actually get the thing that you want the most, to unlock everything in the game, you have to be so... You have to grind yourself up and beat all of these challenges and overcome all of these different obstacles that are inevitably a lot tougher than the final boss itself. Oh, and oh boy, is this game guilty of that. It's not gonna make a whole lot of sense either. Like, You're gonna see me tackling a challenge eventually in Final Fantasy IX that is... Let's just say this game is home to one of the most infamous side bosses in the entire series. For good reason. Oh, this is gonna end poorly for you. Beat the story in 50 hours in, tops. Yeah, that's what I expected. And you know what you go through all that trouble for? You go through the trouble. There is one thing in this game that I always wanted, that I could never get, and I'm finally going to get it in this run, I think. It is one. Yes, that's the one, Colt. The one we were working towards. It is definitely the one you're thinking of. Big, angry, and comes in all kinds of colors. That one. Hidden way away in a place where only a chocobo can take you. Refining the final boss is part of my leveling strat? Oh my god. How do we know if Japan has gone too far? Well, because of course you do, Quez. I kind of like how some games approach that concept. It's like, no, this is a simulation of that creature. It's not actually them, don't worry. Like, you don't have to panic about them trying to take over the world again. This is endgame stuff, don't worry. It's like a boss rush. It's... one game... I'm a little bit loath to mention it. One game that did that is Yokai Watch. That's something I tried to get into not too long ago, because I saw all the ads for it, and I saw a lot of other people liked it, and I'm like, I want to understand this. I want to at least play it and experience it, and I didn't come out of that experience very impressed. I wish it was... A couple questions about that game. One, fuck you for only letting me use one food item per battle. Per monster in a game that is about collecting monsters? Calm. Not my thing. I could probably list more reasons if I looked back over that footage again. Footage? What am I saying? I can't record that game yet. Reference to Fossil Fighters. Yeah, no, I know. It's just a lot of other games do that too. It will build a Gundam fighting force. Oh yeah, these war machines that are standing up on two legs and have all of these obvious, like, thinly armored weak points all around them that would cripple the entire machine if shot. This is the best idea for a military. A lot of people don't realize that. Like, mechs are cool in theory, but they have some issues. Of course I want to buy something. I want to buy every potion you'll possibly let me carry. Have fun with Meteor? Oh boy. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Level 4 Death, that's another fun one. Oh my god. Yeah, that's another good point. Just give them a defense boost spell, it'll work out. Well, I appreciate the advice, guys, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Alright, let's get back to where we were. Let's try and get some magic out of these nymphs. Night's not the greatest spell in the world, unless everybody on the team has insomnia, which they might now because we're equipping everyone with bandanas. The comment doesn't even make sense in the context of what Colt just said, because that's a magic spell. The only one for me. Every time. It won't leave. It's always there, echoing somewhere in some chamber of my brain, man. I've got to work faster on 8-beat. I've got to get those episodes done, because that's something I want to touch on very, very soon, is the idea of why are certain songs catchy? Because it's fascinating. Like, studying all of the different details that make up, like, why a hook works, like, what makes a song so easy to sing, that kind of thing. At least I'm fascinated by it. I hope you guys would be too. There's poison. Can't carry any more of that item. I forgot about that message. You know you're ready for battle when you can just... when you're ready for auto potion to always trigger. When you can't even carry all of the loot enemies have in a Final Fantasy game, yeah, you can do something like that. Hey! Thanks for the bits donation, Gish. I appreciate it, man. Dude, thank you so much for that. I knew there was a reason I left that cup on the screen. I mean, I understand why everybody does it. Like, it's just fun to watch them plonk into the cup. And of course, then people start, like, giving the bigger the jewel gets, the more of them fly out. In fact, looking at the layout right now, oh my god, if someone dropped a 100-bit jewel into that, I might actually have to turn Wario back on, because that would send just everything everywhere. Yeah. Alright, so who got what out of that giant unlock extravaganza back there? It's chain plate built up, fairy earrings, but we still need level up. Body temp is great, level up is better. Auto potions learned. Don't have anything better in that category. Learn Insomniac. No Thundara yet. We'll get there. Then we can learn Fyra, and then we can finally equip that Oak Staff. Hopefully in time for some of the challenges that are coming up to us soon. Disc 2 is an interesting one. It's a lot of running around. It's a lot of trying to get ahead. I'm not sure how much I can actually say without it being a spoiler. There's a lot of travel involved for one reason or another, let's put it that way. A lot of big revelations, a lot of turning points. I will say that. There are a lot of big moments coming up. I don't think we're going to get to any of them tonight, but Garnet getting captured back there, yeah. That's one of them. But why was she captured? Why did Queen Braun want her back so badly? Because Garnet's her daughter, right? That one makes sense. It's just motherly love. One reason or another, I want her back. Then again, there was that line way back at the beginning of the game, I need her alive! Which, that's an interesting way of putting it. Do what you do best, Mr. Goon. Garnet is the plot device and must be secured. Well, I mean, think back to that line that I think we've talked about this before, so I'm just gonna mention it anyway. You know what? No, I'm not gonna bring it up. You guys are just gonna have to remember. I'd prefer my child come home living. Thanks for the bits, man. I mean, it's just, it's one of those weird, and Arbok! Oh my god, man, thank you! Thank you to everybody, holy crap! Shoot, at this rate, we might actually, I was just joking about passing the $100 threshold, guys, man. I don't know how many different ways I can say thank you. I'm pretty sure I don't deserve any of what's been given to me tonight. I'll say that much at least. 30-second ad of absolutely nothing to get these bits. Enjoy them. Thanks, man. I'll make it worth it. I'll say that much. I'm gonna do everything I can in this game. Tell you what, if you know anything about Final Fantasy IX, like if there's some kind of optional thing you want me to do, mention it, and I'll try to do it. No, is that the right way to go about it? I'm trying to find some way to show gratitude. Something tangible. Something that actually makes it feel like the time was worth it. Good old Nobuo. Man knows how to make music. How do I give bits? In the chat box right there should be something that looks like a triangle that has a weird, there's a name for that, a trapezoid in it. Click on that, and it'll give you, oh, I was gonna use it as an example, but you cannot cheer in your own channel, which I guess makes sense. Like, you can't pay yourself for using your own ads. That's, no. Don't want people doing that, cashing out, but that, oh god. That'd be the most convoluted way ever of watching ads in order to get money. Like, you make a dummy account, you watch a bunch of ads on it, you just dump all the bits after a while into your own chat under the dummy account. They have to have systems in place that catch that kind of thing. There's no way they don't. Like, if I could figure that out in, like, less than a minute, there's no way they haven't planned for that possibility. Yeah, right next to the emote button. Sorry, I should have been more specific about that. Top right corner if you're on the computer. On mobile, I'm not sure though. Can't help you with that one. Actually, maybe I can. Let's see if anybody I follow is live right now. Multitasking. Maybe. Channels. Arcade Pit. I don't think I actually can give bits on mobile. No, it's just giving me the emote option. Interesting. Well, okay. I wonder if they're ever gonna fix that. Or maybe there's just something I'm not seeing there. There's like a different button I have to utilize. Let's actually get on the... No, because anytime I've seen the nymphs, it's been above the sand. Not gonna break with tradition. Let's not push our luck with things we don't understand here and end up wasting our time. There they are.
Zidane's just gonna immediately kill one of them, isn't he? If I try to use his attack. Hey! Thanks for the bits, Swirl! I appreciate it, man. I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, you did it, either way. Let's see if that was enough. Let's have Vivi focus for now. Do you know any... Yeah, you do know a dragon ability. It actually makes the Kupo noise in battle if you... Oh, baby. If it doesn't use Night, I can actually eat that thing now. And get the ability for myself. And if somehow everything lives through all of this, we'll just take whatever they have. I really should make a custom... God, I didn't know this was going to be a thing. Like, I would get so many donations. I'm sorry, so many bits thrown at me. I should come up with a custom emote now. Like, just its own dedicated animation. What am I going to do, though? I've got one day to do that. Alright, I've got something to think about tonight. New Faces collection. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that too. No, I think I did way back at the beginning of the stream. Giving bits, you'll notice you have a little icon next to your name now, at least in my chat. Oh, pfft. All right, Vivi's gonna go in trance now. Oh boy, you ready for this, everybody? Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit this thing with a Blizzara, and how about a Thundara on top of that? It's gonna be great, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna watch this thing get absolutely obliterated. Fnu Faces collection, yeah, sounds good to me. My Prime icon seems to override the bits. Now the bit overrode the crown. Yup, there it goes. Takes it a second to load, all the servers to catch up. But yeah. Do we have... Vivi? Yeah, you're ready to go, buddy. How about some Fyra? Set things on fire! No. Not yet, though. It's been a long and winding road tonight, hasn't it? We've played around with bits for a while. We tried to get a game to work. We ended up having to switch over to something completely different. And now I'm gonna go talk to a man in Russia about getting that game fixed so that hopefully we can stream it again tomorrow night. So right here in Voob Desert, outside of Clara, is the name of this place? Clara, yes. Now, how do I give messages to show up on the stream when cheering? You wanna try it out? Oh, hell. I'm not gonna end the stream quite yet, then. To show up on the stream when cheering. Alright. Let's delve into Clara. You'll get a little bit of a bonus tonight, everybody. The tempest subsides. By the gods. Come on, let's go while we can. Indeed, let us press on.
Must hurry. Must find yummy yummies.
Do I prefer Augie? I mean, usually I do too, but I can't. I can stream some of that. Oh, completely skipped the cutscene. So that's not just a disc 1 thing. That's gonna happen here too. All right. Maybe it's just something with the PlayStation 1 emulator. It just doesn't agree with this game's CGI scenes for some reason. Let's not open this quite yet. Oh. Well, there we go. So that's the main mechanic in Clara's trunk here. We have to basically figure out which switches refer to which buttons, what does what, who does what. If I remember correctly, there will be traps in certain places. There are certain paths we can't take. Items will be hidden in different nooks and crannies. Oh, these things! We fought one of these in the tunnel with Garnet. But if we eat one, things are gonna get awesome here. Yes, Colt, as a matter of fact, you can. I can grab a hold of my book here. And not just because you gave bits, that offer's always open to everybody. Where'd the book go? There's the book. I had it right there. Uh-oh. Hang on. Wait a second. Oh, man. Yeah, that thing's toast. Just wanted to make sure. John St. John was under berserk anyway. Not much I could do there. This thing, there it is. It was hiding under my Wii U gamepad. Alright. What do we got here? People keep coming in and leaving. We were at 5, now we're down to 4. And it keeps going up and down. What are people looking for here? I am super curious what other people are doing with Final Fantasy IX if what I'm doing isn't living up to standards. Just playing the game. Then again, there is a lot of inside baseball going on here. References to other things. Alright. What do we got? Can I have some useless information? In the last 3,000 years, no new animals have been domesticated. Gonna skip the quotes section because it doesn't make sense. Charles Dickens took just 6 weeks to write A Christmas Carol. Apparently holiday crunches have always been a thing. Houdini actually trained his pet dog to escape from a miniature set of handcuffs. The town of... I'm going to spell this for you. T-I-D-I-K-E-L-T. The town of Tidikelt, I think that's how that's pronounced, in the Sahara Desert went 10 years without rainfall. And last but not least... married women are physically and mentally, on average, less healthy than single women. Go figure, right? And there we go. How many bits do we have to donate before we can get an entire stream of useless information? I don't know, but that's a good start. Thank you very much, Quez. 5 bits, I appreciate it, man. More into the cup. And Cheese just sitting there thinking, great, more clutter for me to dust. Just kidding. Alright. Magician's shoes. I wonder if that should be an accessory I can replace things with. Even gives him the clear-headed ability. A little bit less evade and magic defense, but holy cow. Magic evasion, though. What could he possibly use that for? What does this ability do again? Prevents confusion. An easy one to learn, too. Wish I had that back in Gizmaluke's grotto, but... what the hell? We're never going to use add status for anything. We always want ability up on this character, just because of how Just because of how mages work. They have too many abilities to learn. Loudmouth, we have out of principle. Do we want to avoid confusion or keep him alive by himself? Probably keep himself alive. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad everybody loves this whole bits thing that's happening. Because it supports me, or at least it will support me a lot eventually. And I underestimated, like, how easy this thing is. Like, you could just watch ads. Hell, they gave me $10 worth of bits just for using the Twitch RPG thing, the Research Power Group, that I will never fucking shut up about. Apparently. What you got to steal, buddy? You're big, you look kind of awesome. Surely you've got some good stuff. I'll take a high potion. For this point in the game, that's awesome enough. Anything else? No? Now it's just the core by itself. Look at this. This is just a random enemy we found, and it's got one of these, like, dual layout setups. Like, it's weak to physical attack. Right here, physical attacks aren't doing a whole lot. The core is just available, but what if we hit it with magic? Nope, it's too much. It revived itself. Nope. Yeah, I tend to update Nightbot after the stream is... Actually, I should probably, from this point forward, start updating Nightbot right before the stream happens, shouldn't I? Because then because people would be really curious about, when am I going to stream after this? Despite the... I mean, like I keep saying, I did update my layout below to tell people, yeah, here's my schedule for the next month, but... Yeah, Little Nightmares is a game. It's a game we attempted to stream tonight, but that didn't want to happen for some reason or another. How much health does this thing have? Oh, wait a second. I'm a dummy. We're attacking the body. We need to hit the core. No wonder I haven't been doing much damage. I would have just kept throwing attacks at it. Hello? Anybody in there? Right, that's why I don't use Aqua Breath a whole lot. Not because it's a bad spell. No, because it's a bad spell. It tends to miss a lot. Like, a lot. I don't think I've ever seen it actually do damage to something. It misses so much. Currently, FF9 is beating Armored Warfare and Tales of Symphonia on Twitch. Huh. There it goes. Dead for good at long last. Like I said, not exactly looking at it with fresh eyes, but it has been a couple years. Might as well spam those. I've got enough of them. And I don't want to start digging into my high potions quite yet. What's next? I don't think anybody learned anything in that battle, so let's just go. Just go for it. God, I miss Beautiful Joe. That was another failed stream from a while back. Does anybody remember that one, Slow-Mo Joe? How many ways can I BS my way through technical problems, honestly? What was that game that came out for the Super Nintendo? Speaking of pinball. It was, wait a second. Why wasn't it letting me getting that from the front? Oh, well. Now what?
So dark I can't see a thing. This is a plan without flaw or possibility for error. Yeah, let me just stick my entire arm down this hole in a dangerous place populated by monsters. I mean, of course it's gonna be positive, but in any other context. Uh-oh, sand's coming. Not uh-oh, that's gonna help us make progress, man. Whoa. Yeah, don't go in there quite yet, but do this. It's progress, and it's beautiful. Well, relatively, anyway. If you consider doing what you're supposed to do in a game something resembling beautiful. There we go. This is the zoo. And isn't that just the most pathetic monster cry you've ever heard in your life? I remember this thing being kind of a pain in the ass, though. Oh, boy. Trance on John St. John, let's go! Hopefully Cook triggers after these guys get their attacks in, so it'll be weak enough. Wait a second, what? Oh yeah, that's why this thing is a pain. And it's dead. We didn't even get a chance. He doesn't even experience for that. That's the worst part. He's just gone. He's swallowed, digested. Eat it up. Except for the fact that he's just fine now. We cut him out of the thing's stomach later. Now you have to try and eat it. That's what I was trying. I'm trying to eat it while it had eaten one of our friends. I think I've actually been in a situation where I've tried to eat this thing for so long that it actually swallowed my entire party. So let's not screw around this time. Let's hit it with a Fyra. Well, hopefully that's enough. That's respectable damage. Zidane's probably gonna kill it if this doesn't work, though. Nope, no can weed until Eaker. And we can't do anything about that anyway. Yep, just go ahead and smack it. Oh yeah. Enemy that uses a move called Snort. I thought that was in Final Fantasy VII. That's Typhon's ability, isn't it? That was some comedic irony back there, wasn't it? Cunus seems to have that problem a lot in this game. Like, we've had, sorry, John St. John, I keep forgetting. We need to eat one of these things, too. Lots of things to munch on in this place. Oh, wow. That thing got obliterated. As did that one. I can't. It won't let me. It just won't. We learned sleep, at least. And clear-headed. Sleepy, sleepy sheep. Is that sleep related to? Yes, it is. Well, nothing to it but to do it. Let's keep grinding. Maybe this one will be more agreeable. Look, I don't want to hurt you, man. I just want to turn you to lunch. That's not so much to ask, I don't think. Okay? It's not, really, if you analyze it. If you don't think about it too hard, it makes sense. What do these skills actually do? I don't think I even remember what Soul Blade actually does. Let's test that out here if we get the chance.
Don't you dare kill that character. Oh, thank goodness. No, if I kill it with anything other than this move, it's, this might be bad. More healing. Which means I can quote, safely throw another attack in here. I got it blinded at the very least. So that's the hidden power within this blade. There goes our mage. Do I have something that deals less damage than what we were doing? Throw a potion is John St. John's way. Just make sure it doesn't die here. Oh no. Oh no. Well, no point to it now. Might as well not hold back anymore. You had one job. It is 1,149 HP. Thanks for looking up that info for me. Now I can make more accurate guesses on this. So, 558. Theoretically, 2 attacks from Sean here should be enough to solve this problem. If nobody else does anything, the question is, can the team avoid getting swallowed long enough for that to work? Can I get some kind of lunch in this place? If that affects who I think it's going... Yep. Well. Alright, let's kill one. Weaken the other. And that... Mother... Alright. Okay. You know what? These guys were destined to die. If that's the way they're gonna go about battle, yeah, I've got no qualms about this. You plan on being annoying, just buzzing around my head, causing me to go into a furied rage? Yeah, you deserve this situation. No, he just likes his meals fresh, I guess, Arbok. Like, we never see the gritty details about how this happens. Like, I think about this sometimes, because I've expressed my desire before for this game to get a modern update, for it to get built up, for it to be given the HD treatment and re-released under a new banner. But at the same time, what would we gain and what would we lose? Like, would we actually see, like, special would they do it like they're doing Final Fantasy VII right now? Which is just basically Kingdom Hearts with Final Fantasy characters? Would we actually get to see the nitty-gritty details about how Cuna eats every individual enemy? Ah, damn it, Zidane! It did too much, man. Just a little too much. We got a zoo card, though. Just the bits. Seems I'm hungry with a fish. Got another one? Yep, we get a second chance at this. Alright, so new plan. First, you defend. You defend. Oh. Well, that puts a damper in things. So that was 500 damage. That's about 400 that got healed, so we're at 200 right now, give or take the difference. I think we can get away with throwing in one of his attacks here. No, it's gonna be too much. Yup, he's gonna kill it. God, I hate it! And there's an ability you learn in here which helps with this problem. That specifically helps with this problem. The only reason there's one spell you learn, it's specifically from the bug enemies, I think. No. It's the antlions. You earn mantra magic from them. Or matra magic, whatever it's called. It lowers an enemy to exactly 1 HP. It's like false swipe in Pokemon. You're only using that move for one reason, and that's to help you get these things. To solve this problem, this situation of this, why did you have to crit? Why did you have to crit? You didn't have to crit. You missed. We could have had it. Theoretically, we could have had it there. But it healed half the damage. He missed, and now this eat is going to miss. Alright. I forgot how many attacks I inputted there. That one was my fault. I can't even be mad. At least everybody leveled up. Now this thing can die even faster! Oh. Yeah, that's how I feel right now, Colt. I'm Snoopy in the Charlie Brown Christmas special right now. I'm disgusted with what's going on here. I'm gonna get so sick of this cry by the time we're done here. That's 400. It's gonna heal all of that away, because of course it is. John St. John dies of starvation due to an inability to eat. Oh my god. If this game had a hunger mechanic, I'm pretty sure I would rage quit at that point. It forces you to eat enemies periodically, otherwise this character just gets KO'd out of nowhere. That would suck so hard. Alright, if eat doesn't work this time, we're just gonna whack it with the staff and move on. Come on. Come on, do it! Yeah! Learned White Wind. Now I can go back inside again. We can start making progress, because I know I'll encounter the enemies in the tree trunk. Well, at least the bugs, anyway. So, here's why I went through all that trouble. So, we don't have, I almost called her Eris for a second. We don't have Garnet with us, or Garbage in this case. But now, we have John St. John, who can cast White Wind for 14 MP and restore the HP of everybody. Every single person. So, we can't use it outside of battle, but in battle, that is a godsend. Now we have a dedicated healer again, and a dedicated healer who actually has a decent amount of health themselves, so we don't have to worry about them dying every so often in battle. Chest goes to the top if you didn't collect it before. What else do we got? Zoo tastes good, yeah. I know it tastes good because it told me on the website it would taste good. Oh, hell yeah, that's me. Where do I sign up? On the website! Wow! You could be a winner! Woo! How about a big old helping of Blizzard in your face, man. Says the guy wielding the flame-themed staff. Cross counter. Okay. People more commonly know her as Aerith in this day and age. I'm trying to piss off people who like Final Fantasy VII. Is what I'm saying. I just insist on it. That's what I knew her as a kid, and that's what I keep calling her. I don't care. I don't care if if Square Enix themselves has said, no, her name was actually Aerith. Tanky healer sounds very nice. Oh, most definitely. I feel like I've had this conversation not too long ago, actually. When talking to people about why I like a particular character class. This was, I feel like it was something we were playing on stream not too long ago. Like a healer that could actually take care of themselves. The streams have been crossed. There's no going back now. Sand Golem cards, Zoo cards. Man, we're gonna be ready for this tournament when it comes up. Let me take a look at those things, just so that I know. Yeah, there's the crawler that we got. Ooh. More arrows, and it has better numbers. At least on the offensive, anybody. There's our Sand Golem. And there's our Zoo. Just eat the opponent's cards is what that thing does all damn day. In memorial of these events, I will never stop using that card in any duel I get in. Can I help you? Yes, actually, I have a letter for you. Thanks for delivering mail from Atla. Kupo, strange people came into town and destroyed the entire place. What the heck is going on? Kupo, I don't want to see any more pointy hats. Monev should be careful too. Maybe you should move elsewhere. Things are terrible in Bermesia. Kupo, are we gonna be okay here, Kupo? I couldn't say, man. I mean, I feel comfortable enough to sleep here, apparently, but unless anybody else is figuring out how bits work, I think that's gonna bring us to the end of the stream tonight. I'm actually... I'm not that worn out, believe it or not. I'm not at the point where I'm not as tired as I used to get anymore right now. I could probably still keep going, but it wouldn't be healthy for me to stay up that late into the night, so who knows, maybe I need to push streams even earlier in the day now. Change it from 6 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, who knows. But until next stream, whenever it is, please join us again tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for now, when we will actually be playing Little Nightmares. If I get all these hardware problems figured out. Until then, I'm Whatthefnu. Later, everybody.